You've hacked into the stream as well. So here we are at the official session 1 of our Android Shadow of the Beanstalk game.
Which
Nice.
game? What is it?
Android Shadow of the Beanstalk.
I know, it's been a while. It's like,
Yeah, I apologize for.
Oh, no worries. So you guys can definitely make sure to get your characters back up to full strain and full wounds. Looks like when we did that little test run to see how combat works, you guys still have some damage.
Ah, yes.
Oh yeah.
I'd hate for you guys to get involved in something and then realize, damn, I'm down.
yeah.
It'd be horrible and a little amusing. Why can't I see that?
Oops. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, what is in store for us today?
Putting a little red square on your secret headquarters that we can, of course, only call the Sanctuary. Ba-da-da, dun-dun.
If I recall correctly, what's it, like in the back of a casino or back of an underground casino or something?
Yep, in the back of a pachinko casino.
Pachinko.
So you have the clicker-clack of real stainless steel balls going constantly in the background, and the machine's going doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle.
I hate this place.
Come on, it's the best.
Yeah, I would probably actual pachinko.
What was that?
I said I'd probably go insane in an actual pachinko parlor.
Oh, yeah.
True. Who be kidding? They probably wear earplugs when they work in there, or they're actually deaf and they're just cashing in on the disability for a win.
Right?
They'll be like, "That's okay. I can sit here all day and I don't hear a thing." And don't worry, I read lips. So, you guys need a second to look over your character sheets to get back in the swing of things?
I think I'm good. I had a little, added a little more to my background, just played with it a little, but just fleshed it out, and then, I used my 5 to buy another talent, so, I feel ready.
Nice. And I've got the pool set up, so you should see that there's 3 player story points and 1 GM story point.
Let's see. There we go. Yep, there we go.
Okay, I got everything set on my end. So before we start, is there any last minute bookkeeping or anything anybody needs to throw out there?
Not I.
I think I'm good.
I hope I'm good. I'm fine. Amazing.
I'm just reviewing real quick, but yeah.
Yes, definitely give any talents that you have a look-see, because those do come in really handy. So on a general Tuesday morning about 11 o'clock in the day, what are you guys normally each doing?
You said 2 o'clock in the morning?
About 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, if I'm not on job, I'm kicking back watching old kung fu movies on my pad,
So
waiting for a job call to come in.
So stuff that was made in like 2025,
Or the 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, energy drinks and surfing.
Still
The
awake
web,
from the
of
previous
course.
night.
Seeing if anything, changed since the night before on the web.
Ooh,
Okay.
do you ever unplug?
Maybe even tinkering with some of the machines here and there.
And what about our soldier?
Again, if we're not on job, I think I am probably out, just pretending to be part of the crowd and making sure I'm with people, or with having people surround me. I'm out in the casino, um,
Just kind of people
hanging out,
watching,
people watching, being part of the crowd.
making sure you got that connection to humanity still.
Exactly.
I'm
Okay.
having a little trouble hearing you, Christopher. You're echoing.
Yeah, kind of hollow echoing.
Okay, let me see if I can fix. Sorry,
This technical difficulty is brought to you by the Nihongai District, where tourists can
I'm
go
so
and
sorry.
get lost.
James,
Is
I
that-
do have a quick question on one of my talents.
Okay, what's that question?
I have the knockout punch talent. It says your character adds the stun quality to their brawl combat checks with rating equal to 2+. When it says it adds the stun quality, does that mean that every hit automatically does that, or it requires 2 advantage to trigger it?
Let me check. Knockout Punch, Tier 1, passive. Your character adds stun quality to their brawl combat checks. A rank equal to 2 plus your character's ranks in coordination. So what is your coordination?
I have no points in the coordination skill.
Okay, so you're adding stun quality 2 to your punch.
Yeah.
And then of
so
course
does that, yeah. Go ahead.
And basically what that does is you're doing extra stun damage whenever you punch somebody.
So is it every time, or do I have to use advantage to trigger?
It's a passive one, so I believe, let me double check real quick, but I think the quality version is a freebie, that you're just doing two strain on each shot. But let me double
So,
check real quick.
yeah. So in addition to the 3 damage, it's also 2 strain.
Okay, stun quality. Obviously, the sounds of the city street are going on in the background doing their thing.
Oh, people have the loudest motorcycles and cars around here.
Okay, so yep, the stun quality basically will do 2 strain to them as well as punching them.
So 3 damage plus 2 strain in my case.
Plus 2 strain, yep.
Nice. Okay, cool.
As long as it says stun quality and not the stun damage.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, cool.
So the more coordinations you get, the better you are for doing the one punch knockout.
Nice.
And then they call you
So
One
it's
Punch
those
Man.
old kung fu movies he watches, you know?
Hey.
So, yeah, that was my only question.
Okay, so everybody good to go?
Yep.
Nope.
As you all of a sudden, gathered around town doing your different stuff, you all get the same ping on your cell phones or personal data pads, depending on how you want to refer to them, that what is with your boss? What is the actual ringtone that you have for her?
Mine goes dun dun dun.
Hmm. Uh, that's a good question.
Does it just get forwarded to your brain?
Probably. Probably. With a picture of her, like, hey, oh, yeah.
As she basically gives you that lovely signal that you need to head to the sanctuary for a job.
All right.
I turn off my pad, hop right up, and start heading across town. Just hop right to it.
Yep.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's
Just-
let me think. Sorry, hang on, I gotta check some.
And what about Darwin?
So he's I mean he's already right there. He's just gonna wait for one or the other to show up and go in with them.
Okay. So as you know,
He doesn't want to be the first.
you guys get there, he kind of like falls in step right behind him
Yep.
because Darwin's that mysterious kind of guy.
Well, he just doesn't want to be first.
Sometimes it's best not to be first.
I give both my teammates a warm nod.
Yep.
As you're like, hey guys,
Gentlemen.
it's Tuesday. Okay,
All
so
right.
so immediately you guys get to the door that you guys are all you just put your hand on the pad and it unlocks. Even though it's got ridiculous security on it, it opens immediately for you guys.
Well, of course.
It's almost like it's made for you guys.
We're impotent.
I do a quick scan to see if anybody's paying any attention.
And it pretty much looks like it's an early on the Tuesday. People are spending their social security checks. They're not really paying attention to you guys per se. They're just busy looking at their machines, clicking the button to relaunch their ball. And a lot of the traditionalists have prefer that paddle so they can ping that paddle and shoot the ball up themselves.
Goodness gracious, I mutter.
That's why it works so well.
Those addictive
Everybody's all
hypnotic.
engrossed in their own thing.
It's hypnotic, I'm telling you.
Especially, watch that one over there. Every fifth ball they try and put a little spin on. It's kind of interesting.
The Wonder Woman pachinko machine next to the Avengers. Classic superhero movies. So, of course, you guys immediately go in there, and as soon as the door closes, the lights kind of shift to a light frequency more inducive for the holo display that pops up. And, of course, your mysterious benefactor, she's already there with this little coded screen that looks almost like the Matrix, where it's just like flowing data. And she just gives you a very polite, "Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning.
If you're ready for your briefing, please take a seat."
Okay.
Yep.
And of course, as soon as she takes, you guys all take a seat, there's like a half-second pause, and it's almost always the same half-second pause. It's almost mechanical in the timing that you sense. As all of a sudden a secondary holo display lights up, and it looks like a real-time person on their end of their data pad, basically doing a FaceTime. And she basically introduces, "Gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Bruce. He's having an issue with his sister Esme and has requested our assistance in getting her home." And all of a sudden, this guy immediately, like, kind of, he gets, you can tell he gets some kind of notification, and he just starts immediately blubbering and looking around in every direction, super nervous. It's like, are you the guys that are going to help me if I give it turn state evidence? And he's just like looking around. You can see there's like gang graffiti behind him in the alleyway. It's old mold covered bricks, and he's just super nervous as you guys get the little light that you're connected to him in live time.
Don't worry, we've got this under control. Talk to me. What are your whereabouts?
I don't think it's safe to tell you guys right now. And literally, as he's saying that, you see a little geo display pop up and start zooming in on him during the conversation, pinpointing him for you guys. That he's basically in the La Costa district, further to the south of the city. As you know, you see all of a sudden there's like an ATM camera across the street pointing towards in his general direction, and you see him hiding behind a dumpster. He's like, so your boss said that you'll save my sister Esme. Is that true?
If you will calm down and give us some information.
You guys. And he starts twitching, and almost like one of you might recognize the itch that he's got. He might have a medical dependency, and then when he kind of turns his cheek, you notice also that he's got a lot of cybernetic modification done to his back of his head and his arm, as he's like twitching and itching. And all of a sudden, you see the camera mutes because he apparently is going on some little tirade, and immediately your boss kind of like overplays the audio, and you know you can see it's recording what he's saying just in case something important gets said. But her calm voice just comes through saying, "What the client is trying to tell us is that Bruce has made a huge mistake, and as the old adage says, blood is thicker than cyberspace." Bruce is a notorious chrome head, and of course it shows all of a sudden his police file pops up and it shows he's been arrested for multiple crimes using cybernetics against citizens, who was foolish enough to join up with the Chrome Mogwai. And of course, you know, you guys are cultured enough. You know Mogwai is a generic term for goblin, demon in Chinese. So basically you immediately are getting the idea. You don't know the gang off the top of your head right now, but you know it's probably referring to one of those up-and-coming, you know, color gangs.
Wonderful.
But the fool realized quickly that the psycho gang he's operating with lives by a strange rule of you stay, you die, or you pay to get out of the club. This fool did realize, you know, that his time was done, and he cried to his sister. And of course, it shows this old audio recording of, you know, him talking to his sister on VidPhone, and he's like crawling and bawling his eyes out as you can see his cybernetics are all jacked up like somebody tore them apart. And then all of a sudden, it pops up with her college, her university record, you know, and his sister Esme, you see, is like top of the class for cybernetical. You're seeing all these great degrees popping up. You know, it shows a picture of her winning an award for making a cybernetic arm early in her career. As you can see, his sister Esme has high regards in the cybernetics community. Unfortunately, she must not be that street smart if she was willing to make a deal to get her brother out of the gang. And then all of a sudden you get this pre-recorded message of Bruce, and he's like, they said she'd only have to work for them for 3 months fixing up their Chrome and upgrading them. But that's been over 5 months, and they've got her locked up in one of their buildings, and I can't get in touch with her, and I'm a dead man if the Chrome if they run into me. And then of course the audio blips out, and she gives you guys the second to hear the panic in his voice just kind of trail out to silence. And of course, this is why you're here. The operation is going to be regarding Bernie's dropping the dime, as they say. And of course, the reference is completely deadpan. As well as contributing a small amount to our community chest. He's willing to turn in the members of his gang to the authorities, but only under the pretense that we get his sister free of their clutches, as they say.
Do we have any kind of eyes on the location?
Unfortunately, they are a very tech-savvy group, and the only information I've managed to divine from Bruce and the internet, the web, is that she was last seen taken to the Clean Slice building. And of course, HoloVid kind of pops up with this basically government-built projects-like building. It's like 20 stories tall. Every floor plan seems to be the same. But then, of course, when you see the camera pan to the real live building, it's like trashed and, you know, it's got every other floor seems to be a different gang motif going on.
Charming.
Thankfully, all we need to do is find out what building the Esme is in, talk to Esme, and convince her to leave so she can rejoin her brother so he can turn state's evidence on his former associates, as there's like a pause of what word appropriately locks into place for that.
Okay. What was the name of the
They are
place again?
the Clean Slice is what the building's name is. And you basically, is someone going to be jumping on the web real quick?
Maybe. Yeah, or maybe jumping deeper into the web. Probably constantly skimming.
You're Google searching as soon as words come up.
Let me see.
But yeah, we would definitely be running a search on that.
Okay, so how deep of a search are you going so I know what to put the difficulty at? Like how I put that?
Yeah. We'll start with like a mid-ish level search.
Okay, so average information.
Sure.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your networking roll.
All right. So let's see. That's going to be... So that's going to be the net, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so immediately you pop in there and you start pulling data up. And immediately, what would you like for the 2 advantage? Advantage is hard to spend, I know.
I know.
What if you like take a blue on a deeper search or something like that?
Yeah, probably a blue on my next.
Okay. You've got all the hyperlinks set up, so it makes it super fast and easy to do the next jump. So immediately you realize the reason why it's called the Clean Slice is that's a abbreviation of the company that basically sponsored this building at one time, back when the city projects were basically letting businesses adopt a public works building. It was owned and operated by a cyber technology firm called the Clean Slice of the Future. And of course, the future part has been deleted off files by either hackers or people who smashed the neon lights in the building. And clearly, the building has not been owned by anyone in the last 10 years. But the building still gets power and utilities because it's basically a project. But nobody's like really come and checked in on the building in quite a while, so they're like, hey, whatever. People are living there rent free, but they're not living on the street and they're not robbing people, hopefully. At least that's the city planner's concept, is as long as they have free home and utilities, they will not be bad people. In theory.
Right.
How noble.
And of course, you do get, a ping on your little search of there's lots of crime activity, but usually if like it ever gets to the point where the police are called in, whoever the perpetrators are usually thrown out to the street before the cops get there, so that way the cops don't have to come in the building and investigate.
Pretty smart.
Okay.
So that way, they don't have probable cause to come up to talk to people. No, we'll deliver the problem to you to keep you guys out of our hair.
See exactly what tech's going on.
It's like, we don't want to see what we're building up there. No. As your basic search kind of comes up with the Chrome Mogwai are kind of a basically street level gang that sell their services rather than do shit themselves. And they're really trying to get into the cyberdoc work of being their own street rippers. But most of their guys, have some chrome. That's like the status symbol with their gang is the more chrome you have, the cooler you are.
Of course. Okay. Can I dig in deeper to look at the wireless footprint? What kind of like internet traffic is coming in and out of the building?
Okay. I got your difficulty set, and I've got your blue die there, so go ahead when ready.
Okay, is that going to be net information, or is that going to be hacking?
It's actually going to be a hacking.
Okay. All right, and I remove any blacks or 2 blacks for hacking. I haven't put those dice in yet, so. All right.
Okay, so immediately you start slicing in their system during the whole conversation that's happening in the background. Don't worry, you're probably recording it anyway. And you realize that the building has network capabilities. So there's different buildings have network, but there's a huge chunk on the second floor that has no online presence 24/7. It's like server will flick on and they'll be on the internet, but it'll flick off shortly after. So somebody's gotten the second floor off the net.
Interesting.
And when you're seeing video footage, you see a lot of footage of people coming and going to work. You see that, there's a couple children of people who are trying to just get by, but their kids are members of the gang, or they belong to even smaller gangs that live in the building that pay homage to the Kuromagwai, because, they kind of have to if they want to get to the ground floor, without flying.
Yep.
And you do notice that you find some obscure footage of, van pulls up, couple guys dragging somebody that could be her, but you're not 100% sure because the person had a hood over their face. But there's like a chunk of hair sticking out that could match, but you're not 100%.
Did we get a photo of her so we know what to look like?
Yep, you've got photos and a couple hollows of what she looks like. So, and that packet you can totally take a jump drive off the console that's got her information, so you can easily identify her because it's got the whole biometrics. The eye scan, the finger scan, and the blood type. It's
Cool.
almost like he really wants to get her rescued, and being a college girl, her stuff's on file.
Cool.
And for those 2 threats, you're kind of distracted, we're going to say.
So
Basically,
strain.
black dice to your... black dice.
Oh.
To the next thing you do.
Okay.
So,
All right, so I relayed...
Mhm.
Yeah, I was going to say, I relayed the information real quick, what I've got on the building. We got a black spot on the top floor as far as signal.
Well, not on the top floor. It's on the second floor.
Oh, second floor. Sorry.
Second floor,
Second
yeah.
floor.
So if she's in the building, she's probably not high up in the building, thank God.
Right.
I think we're going to have to get closer and just have a look to start with.
Yeah. Well, there's obviously stuff they don't want seen on that second floor, so they've isolated that, so...
It's almost like they know the World Wide Web can't be trusted.
Right?
There's always cops trying to hack in. Trying to steal your internet porn. So, of course, your boss says, is this all the information that you require to complete the mission?
How many, whatchamacallit, do we have a count on, what kind of numbers we're presumably dealing with?
Unfortunately, due to limited net access, the facility does not allow us to get real-time information, which is why we need boots on the floor, as they say. As you notice, she gets the boots on the ground quote wrong, but, she doesn't catch it.
They hire themselves out. It's kind of mercenary-like, based on what you've described. So, could you set up for us a legit-looking fake job that we could go to present to them to get ourselves in the door?
And immediately Maestro kind of feels the internet eyes of your boss on him, like. Does Maestro pop up?
Sure.
You're confident that you can totally put out in Soldier for Hire?
Yeah. I can make that happen.
Excellent. Just one moment, and you can tell she like kind of puts the mute button on you guys as you see Bruce like losing his shit, and he just like he does this look back ways forward, looks up, camera kind of pans up and sees straight up as the typical police helicopter flies over, and he just on the phone he just you're seeing subtitles because she's not submitting you to his screaming of the "I've got to go. I think they found my location," and he kind of bips his phone and runs off.
He's gonna cause us more problems. I know it.
And if you would like to get into contact with Bruce, I do have his personal pad information. He can easily be contacted at NN-95471-CH. And of course that gets sent to your pads, so you've got the futuristic version of Google Talk with a fake phone number on your pad, so you're not using your real number.
Right. So that's Bruce, huh?
That's
Like
Bruce.
if we need to, is there a way for us to like figure out his location based on this? Like GPS him or something?
Sure, I could.
Maestro's like, yeah. Obviously, he's got no protective software on his pad.
All right, that might come in handy later.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ultimately, our mission is to protect her, not necessarily him. So.
Damn.
He is totally
Except that he is paying.
True.
And the authorities would really like him turning state's evidence.
Yeah, we just need to make sure he doesn't disappear entirely.
As obviously, there's some pachinko machine sounding like a washing machine in the background.
Right.
Sorry, Liz needed to print something.
No problem. I couldn't tell if it was a printer or a washing machine, so. Okay, so what is you guys' plan as the Bruce's vid pops off and your boss basically puts you guys in privacy mode so you can converse without her eavesdropping?
Really?
Yeah, probably not, but
She's polite that way.
I think maybe first we just need to get down there and do just a walk by. And then if we had like a fake job to offer them, that could at least get us in the door, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, I can do a search and see if I can find offerings from them on the job market or job board or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a net search. And you're removing the black dice.
Well, actually, no, that's for hacking.
Okay.
I actually already put the -2 black for hacking. But no, I do have net search skill, and if your character has access to the network, they may use this talent to upgrade the ability of the next knowledge check they make during their turn twice, and the difficulty of that check once.
Oof. So what? You're upgrading twice and reducing the difficulty once?
No, it increases difficulty 1.
Oh, okay.
So basically adds a purple.
Are you wishing to do that?
Huh?
Are you wanting to do that?
Yeah. We'll go ahead and use it.
So +1 purple, but 2 upgrades?
And your GM may spend a despair to have your character learn something seemingly relevant and believable information that turns out to be
legit.
completely
It's
false.
totally legit.
So,
I'll tell you how
Yeah.
legit it is.
All right. And you spent your story point. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Spent my wad early. Go for it.
Ooh.
Wow. As apparently at this moment there's not much that you're finding like merc work that they're hiring for right now and things. But you do get a big damn triumph and an advantage. What would you like to spend that triumph on, or would you trust me to give you pertinent information?
I'll trust you.
Okay, so what would you like for the advantage, by the way?
Hmm. Don't know yet. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess
So,
blue on the next activity somebody does.
okay. So the Triumph doesn't, you don't find out exactly what you were looking for, but the Triumph does come up with something interesting, which is probably what happened is you went through the Google wormhole, and that rabbit hole just kept taking you to different things and different things and different things. So completely sidetracked from what you're trying to get. But you do know for a fact that apparently that building is currently under police surveillance.
Hmm.
And there are police currently on a watch list with Internal Affairs for association with the Chrome Mogwai.
Of course.
So there might be dirty cops on the take with their organization or getting kickbacks of some kind.
All
Maybe
right. Well, that'll.
maybe a piece of technology falls off the back of the impound truck.
Hmm.
Well, that's good to know when we go to hand over Bruce. We may have to do some searching on who we're handing over to.
You're definitely like, there could be dirty cops involved. But is that a adequate cash in
Yeah.
for a triumph?
Oh yeah.
That's some seriously pertinent information that's not exactly what you were looking for.
No, but yeah, helpful.
I do have a contact with the police department, a friend on the force, as it were. I mean, I owe him a bunch. But
when we get her and go to connect him with the police, then we may use that contact instead of who we initially were going to be sent to.
And if you owe him a favor, maybe feeding him the names of some of these dirty cops, if we can figure them out, might alleviate that debt a little bit.
Yep. Sweet. So I guess now it's to maybe do some footwork and see if we can maybe link up around the building for work.
Yeah, let's get down there.
Okay. So you guys are, piling into the private parking spot for the company vehicle. And you guys, I'm assuming our courier is driving since he's the best pilot in the group.
That's kind of my job. One of my jobs.
Immediately puts on the chauffeur hat that's sitting on the dashboard. So are you guys going to be pulling right up to the building, or are you guys just going to park a few blocks up, or what is your plan?
What I would like to do is get down there and just kind of cruise the neighborhood a little bit, get the feel of it, make it look like we're, passing through, be kind of casual about it, and then maybe just pass it by, get a first look, and then maybe, then figure out a place to park a couple blocks over out of the way.
Okay.
So basically just do a drive-by of the neighborhood and the building.
So casual.
You do a nice, good casual zoom through. I mean, it's really actually kind of nice because you kind of have to drive through the agricultural plots, which is basically farms, to get to the neighborhood on the opposite side. So you're getting to actually check out the Machilia Park. You're seeing this beautiful biodiverse park, and then all of a sudden you see the slums that start right after it in the La Costa district. And, you find the building you're kind of looking for fairly easy. You've seen after all the face of the building. And you guys do a quick casual traffic speed drive-by, and you're noticing that there does seem to be a lot of criminal element about. And just with a quick casual glance, you do see that the entrance of the building, the main entrance that you see coming up into like the common walk area, there's about 5 or 6, street thug toughs that have a little bit of chrome showing, sitting like right out the door, kind of obviously saying this is our turf kind of thing. Is there body language as you cruise by casual?
As we're cruising by, can I also just kind of get see if there's anything visible that could provide a clue on the second floor? Like if there's any kind of access route. Like I'm a parkour guy. Like, is there any route up the side of the building that maybe we could get to? Do we see anything through the windows or anything?
How many stories is this building?
It's about 21 stories.
Holy cow.
So go ahead and give me a perception there as you're doing the whole drive-by. I am going to give you a black dice since you're driving and looking.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
Because people are driving like idiots, and it's totally think Fifth Element. You don't want to get lose some points on your license for getting into a fender bender.
Definitely not. And wasn't there a blue passed on to the next roll?
Sure. His information was good enough to give you guys a little blue for scoping the place out, because he's really descriptive. And this is where I totally say you can totally spend a story point to help out. I mean, this would be a good time to get critical information. I've got your upgrade in, by the way.
All right, ready to go.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So immediately you're given the eyeball to the building, and you're seeing that it's got the standard kind of emergency ladders that you can throw from each floor that would get you down to the next floor, so you could like escape the building if it's on fire. Even though it's all heavy duty Crete, you can escape in a pinch. So for the second floor, it definitely looks like pretty much there's no lights that you see coming out of any of the windows.
Are they like blocked or just dark inside?
It obviously looks like it's either the windows are blacked out, or there's no one living there and there's no lights. You pretty much assume it's the first option, that they probably either have fake windows where they basically armor plated the window from the inside, but they keep the glass and curtain look so that way it doesn't draw attention. But the mere fact that the second floor has not a single light beaming on through the windows.
Okay, and do I see any potential route directly up and in?
When you kind of look up, you notice that on the third floor, there seems to be quite a few folks of the middle-aged variety that have some shiny body parts, kind of hanging out in their doorways and stoops, kind of watching. More so as lookouts than as just, retirees or unemployed folks just sitting on their patio enjoying the fresh air.
Oh.
Fresh,
So
fresh having air quotes.
Ooh, that's rough.
So climbing the walls would definitely be observed.
Well, you could try stealthing. I mean, you can always try sneaking too. I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty sneaky, but that's a lot of.
On the plus side, the guys that you see for this, obviously they must be Cro-Magnon, don't have any heavy-duty firearms. So at tops, they probably have to have small concealable weapons, which that could be a good thing. Nobody's cocky enough to be walking around with a, fully automatic shotgun,
That's good.
It's almost like they actually do worry about their optics in this area. When one is running a listed cyber chop shop, one should not draw too much attention to this, because that's not where the money comes from.
Exactly, because there's nothing happening here, just some random people that cause trouble.
Mm-hmm. And then they conveniently get kicked out of the apartments before the cops get there, and they're there to be arrested. Mm-hmm. It's almost like some gangs are good because they keep their neighborhood safe, but that's really just the first form of control.
protection.
Dun dun
All
dun
right.
dun.
So after the drive-by, I'm gonna just kind of find a quiet street, like 3 blocks over,
Okay. You kind of pull
and
up.
just
It's that kind of neighborhood where, of course, you know, you're being flashed from the curb saying, "Hey, you guys looking to party?"
yeah, I want to find a kind of a if it's possible to find a place that doesn't have a lot of that going on, like a little quiet area.
Go ahead and give me a streetwise check. See if maybe if you know a place, that kind of thing.
Yeah, is this it?
Yeah, it's set.
Ouch.
Unfortunately, our courier, you're just like, I know no affiliations that I'm affiliated with in this area, so I got no clue. But for your 3 advantage, I do have a thing if you want to use it.
A thing?
A
All right,
thing.
if you got, yeah, I'll use it.
Okay? As you kind of like are slowly doing that whole driving around looking for a parking spot, you do kind of spot some young kids that they're like the 10 to 13-ish range, where it looks like they're too young to be real gangbangers, but they might be playing at gangbangers. And they're kind of like just sitting there all playing around, sharing a hollow vid game that you can't see what they're playing. But you have the idea that if you pay these guys, they will make sure your stuff doesn't get stolen.
How much? Just as a range, because I'm not sure. Like the economy here. Like, what would be an appropriate amount you think to pay them, that would be to pay them?
So for a group this age, you know for a fact because you've done this before, you know, because you're a courier. It's the kind of thing you do. You pay for parking in a certain point of view, and you know that the best way to do it's the whole like, I will pay you 50 credits now and 50 credits later. Or you can do the jerk thing where you pull out a 50 credit bill and you rip it in half and give them half of it, and you say, and there's another 50 when we come back on top of that.
All right. I'm a little low. I only have 73. Anybody got a little to contribute to the fund?
I can give you 2.
2.
I can donate $2 to the parking fee.
Hey,
I'm
my
checking.
hobby's expensive.
What?
Christopher, we couldn't hear you there.
Oh, I said I'm checking. I'm not. Where's my? I don't know how much money
You'll be
I
on the
have.
character info tab.
The
at the
character
top.
info. Thank you.
Under character on the right side there.
Oh
First
man,
roll.
I got 350. I'm loaded. Yeah.
The street
I'll
soldier's
cover-
like, this is how I roll, man.
Yeah. I got it. I got you.
So
The
here's
shooter-
how. Okay, so yeah, let's go there, and I'll. Are you? I assume you guys aren't the most social bunch in terms of your skill set.
Because you guys have worked together, so you kind of know each other's strengths and weaknesses. If you want to take a moment to discuss that.
Yeah, that's what I was. Are you guys strong socially? Because I'm pretty decent.
You're probably.
No, I'm not.
Okay, that's kind of what I assumed. So, I'll do the talking here, gentlemen.
Oh, he's getting cocky.
Trying to. Oh, they actually have it broke out. Okay. Yeah. Socials 2 green unless I'm deception. Then I'm 3 green. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Unless
okay,
it's a
so
bold-faced lie, he shouldn't talk much.
even my deception is a yellow and 2 green. So, yeah, looks like I'm the social guy.
Well, I can find stuff. I'm your
Awesome.
find it guy.
Yeah. We need that.
Okay, so you kind of pull up in front of these young kids that are street tough kids that are obviously wearing their parents or their older siblings hand-me-downs to look tough.
All right. I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go for the whole relate to them, kind of be charming thing. And and basically like I'm not sure, I don't know what the lingo is exactly, but basically like, you guys look tough enough to handle this for me. I've got, I'll do this, what you suggested, if you guys want to look after a ride here, I'll give you $50 now, $50 when we get back. What do you think? Y'all can do this?
Okay, so go ahead and give me a roll there. It doesn't seem to be too hard, but give me a
Yeah,
roll
I'm just trying to,
just in case you can hopefully get some good, great stuff happening and have minions for life.
yeah, I'm just trying to be charming and relatable.
You're trying to talk the kids the lingo of the street children.
Exactly. And not, I was a street child, so I got a little extra knowledge of that.
And let's just hope it doesn't roll bad and they don't say, "Ew, you're like 25. You're ancient."
Well, is it?
Yeah, but 30's age of, when you become untrustworthy by the kids.
Aw. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so obviously the kids are like, "Hey, cool, we'll make a deal with you, since you got 2 successes. That we'll definitely keep it out there. If you give us your digits, we'll call you if anything happens."
Sure.
So what are they playing on their little tablet there?
You notice they're playing a VR game with the goggles on. That basically they're having to share goggles because they only have this broken piece of crap goggles that have been hand-me down to them, and it's one of the old video games that was top of the line like a decade ago. The current rendition of the game is like issue 10 compared to their issue 1.
Is it like an online and like?
It's kind of an online MMO role-playing shooter. It's almost like Ready Player One.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll nod to Christopher's like, all right, my friend here, he's gonna hook you guys up.
Darwin's got to pull out the cash.
Darwin,
Big tough guy.
And immediately, like one of the tough girls, she just like jumps up on the hood of your car and just sits, puts her boot up on the hood and leans into that leg like, "Yeah, I'm watching this. This is my turf. Stay away." And she just looks at you and just sticks up the chin like, "Yeah, we got you. We got you, bro."
I'll give her the like, I know you do nod.
I'll give her a grin that shows all my teeth.
And she immediately does the fangirl thing of, "One day when I grow up, I want Gmods like that." So, Darwin, do me a favor. While you're dishing out the money, give me a perception check.
Oh, by the way, I get an extra because of my success. Like they'll support me for another scene.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So I'll get another favor out of this later. Nice.
So you could totally have them like run in front of traffic to slow a pursuer down or something like that. They got your back.
So we traded numbers. They have my number. I have theirs.
Yep. So you guys basically bang your pads together, so they do that whole buddy share information contact thing.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So you have one advantage, but there was nothing important to see on this street corner.
Yeah, no.
I mean it's just regular street corner. What could there be?
It's all the different lights and the holographic advertisements popping up, and it's the inundation of information on almost every street corner.
And really, I'm actually kind of focused on my fan because
You're impressing this kid, and you're a street soldier. That's kind of what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
She's totally like, "You are the shit, man. You are totally the shit." That's $HIT.
I'm giving her the 50.
Aw, and she's just like, "I got you." She gives you this
Another one.
look of she like might be the one actually in charge of this crew because she's just like, heaven or hell, I got you. You're my ride or die.
So, how hard
You
would it
really
be
do.
to hack a few, game creds to their account?
That would just be an average roll. I mean, like go into Steam and send their account to free a couple free games.
Yeah, that or a device or in the game or something. Yeah, or maybe a more current, similar game. Kind of.
Okay. Somebody obviously gave them like old hand-me-down games. You could totally send the updated new version of it to their gamepad.
Okay.
But would it work on their old ass equipment?
It actually would, because reverse compatibility is a thing in the future. The game companies have learned that reverse capabilities is really smart when you make a device, because it makes your game library so much infinitely bigger when you have Steam.
So it is science fiction.
Right. So yeah, so we'll do that and see if we can.
Ooh. Okay, I got your upgrade in there.
All right.
As apparently Maestro's just like, these poor kids. Dude, I beat that game so many years ago.
Right. All right.
It only had 62 playable hours in it. And these poor kids are having to take turns.
Let me know when you're ready.
Go for it.
All right.
Okay, so immediately you take a point of strain because you're trying to look cool. You know, it's that stress of looking cool while hacking and not in your body, so to speak. And immediately you see the little visor they have has a little ping, and the kid's just like, whoa, wait, what? And he's like shaking his hands, and you know for a fact he's basically opening up the gift package he just got with 2 new games on it since you had 2 successes. So did you send them the newest version, and what else?
I don't know. Something good. I'm not sure.
The cool vintage game that had 600 old Nintendo
Yeah.
games.
Sure.
And
I just basically go enjoy. It'll help pass the time as we turn away to leave.
and they're like, now did you put your hacker name as the person who sent it, or you just sent it anonymous?
Anonymous.
Okay. As all of a sudden the kids start, getting really distracted and start each taking turns putting the visor on to see what's on it now, and they're just like, oh, that's Wizard. It's great when the vintage words come back.
Watching the car.
Well, remember, they've only got 1 visor, so only
Yeah.
one of the 8 kids can be playing it at a time. So
Right.
it's basically a good carrot that you dangle in front of them, and they're just like, they kind of like look at you guys like, was this you?
Like I said, I told them enjoy. It'll help pass the time.
As they're like, dude. Now, quick question for Maestro: do you hide your skulljack,
Yeah, I'm wearing
your hoodie?
ceiling hooded clothing.
Okay.
Well, not a hoodie, more of a nice large hooded jacket. That conceals for the most part my identity.
Okay, and the kids are just like, "Whoa, he didn't even have a data pad, and he did that. I wonder, dude must be chromed like nobody's business." You obviously are getting the impression that you've got a fan base here.
Yeah. Well,
So you guys
a little
are
extra boost.
feeling confident that the car will be there when you get back.
Yep.
As you guys basically are backtracking the city streets.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you occasionally get the typical, "Hey man, you want to buy?" And they flash their jackets open with different stuff, electronic stuff, narcotics, regular narcotics, small concealable firearms.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute.
But 2 credits ain't gonna cover it.
What do you have for 2 credits? I have a rusty spoon I found in the gutter. It's a biohazard weapon.
How much damage does tetanus do?
Damn, that would be nice. But of course, the tech and other items are of course, intriguing to me, but I've got to be good, and don't have the money.
Especially like
so
the one guy that has the little suitcase stand where he's like, want to buy some chrome, and you can still see bits of the previous owner on a lot of his pieces. It's like covered in peroxide, but there's still some fleshy bits.
ugh.
Yes, I mean you are in one of those parts of town where people will take a chainsaw to make money off your body while you're still walking in it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I stay on the far side for me. The special items, not the computer stuff, but
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
chemicals.
I would like to try to lead us along a path that, like, not stealth as in like lurking in the shadows, but kind of stealthy as taking a route that people that's like less noticeable, that maybe we won't draw any attention.
Or do we want to draw some attention, like we own the street and are looking for business?
I think that's what we pull out when we get there. We don't
Okay.
want to. We don't. I don't think we want to like get into any shenanigans until we're there.
Well, true.
So you guys just have kind of your street tough, street cred going on.
We're laying low until we get more in the area.
Yeah, that's what I mean. To like try to
Blending in.
blend in, avoid notice. Yeah.
Walking casual. Okay, so you guys get kind of close. The map isn't exact map, as I'll get here and move you guys. But it's basically going to be this building here, and the building is a lot bigger than that, by the way. It's just a rough map.
What's this?
Yeah.
Advertisement? You're putting advertisement in your games now?
I was going to say, what's that? Oh,
Under your map, November 14th. Free
November
tickets. at
14th.
So
Oh
this
yeah, I can pop that out.
this
Map
building. How big is this building?
It's a pretty big building. I mean, it's one of those of it could easily house a lot of people in just one floor.
Is it height-wise compared to the one we're going to?
It's fairly similar height with all of these buildings. They're all about the 20 to 25 floor size, except for, of course, this building is much larger right here. That building
that
is
the one?
like a corporate building that is kind of still in use by different businesses. So it's kind of like an indoor strip mall that's got ridiculous security.
All right. So did Meister? Did you get a hold of a job that we can offer them?
Yeah, I didn't see anything at the time.
He's totally like, I tried for it, but nobody's hiring. And what it
So
really
I had
was
to-
is he was victimized by Soldier of Fortune pop-ups.
Can you spoof one up? Just make one up, like like they hire themselves out. We're gonna pose as legit people with a job for them.
No. You said they hire people to do their work.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Right.
I thought it was the other way around.
Am I correct? That's what you...
That they basically
James.
hire folks when they need to do jobs.
Yeah.
They
They're not
only
physical. They hire.
They only do body modifications. Even though they're a bunch of wacko gangbangers, they know not to poop in their Cheerios.
Okay, then change of thought here. What if we go in and we want to do something for them, or we say, is there anything we can do for you? We want, and then this is how we might get access to their higher level stuff. Tell them we want some like super high end chrome or something like that. Meister, you know about that. What do you think?
Right. Well, I mean, there's a couple ways of approaching it. My thought was we're coming here physically would be to kind of try to physically approach versus randomly putting us out there on the web for something in hope that they
Yeah, that's what I
pick
meant.
us.
Going in person, but spoof it up to make it look legit. That's.
I mean, I could probably put a team name out there or something that's kind of looking, if they
Yeah,
would,
that's.
in case they do a search under a false pretense. But
But I do think we go in person.
yeah.
We're from the
So-
Guggenheim Group. We're here to get some modifications. We want some chrome. Sorry. Don't want to do the bad German infiltration.
Not so much.
Yeah. Okay,
My
but
name's
but
We're here to pump you up.
and as you guys are walking up, you notice that there are the occasional person that comes walking by and kind of like talks to them, and they're like, "Go," and they kind of like click a button, and someone buzzes the door to unlock it and let them in. So you might be able to like sweet talk your way in. I mean, that's totally an option.
Yeah.
We can try that. We can go in under the pretense that we are looking for some high-end chrome, and we're willing to do anything to get it.
Sure.
I like the
So,
anything part.
Did we get any names we could drop?
Only thing was the undercover cop stuff, which probably would not be a good thing to name drop.
Yeah.
All right. So, shall we just do you think that that's going to be the way we want to go?
Sure.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay, so
I
you guys
want
are...
to. Yeah, when I get about here, I just want to make sure I'm not missing any important details about what's going on. I really want to scan the scene.
Okay, so you guys kind of like stop next to some, some guys that are sitting smoking by a lamppost, and you're just like, we're gonna take a look too. So somebody give me a perception check, or let me know if you're helping each other to get a best combination or blue dice boost.
I have. Let's see. What do I have? I think I have a yellow and 2 green.
I have 3 green.
I've got 2 diamonds.
Okay, so if you guys want to help, you can add a blue dice to them.
Yeah.
As all of a sudden you guys stop and you do that scene where one looks left, one looks right, and one looks straight down the middle. So I've got a blue dice there for you.
Alrighty.
This is where I totally don't spend any story points to try to sucker you into spending them. So since you rolled really well, you clearly see that there's, of course, this building is, 20 stories high. There are, in the higher levels, spots where flying cars can park. Anything past level 10 has a single little lily pad style parking spot, which is probably in demand, in some of the spots. Not that most people living here would have a flying car. But you do notice as you're looking around with your 4 successes as a team that I do have additional details to give you.
Nice.
But the big thing is that you notice the goons here on the 1st floor and goons on the 3rd floor, but you don't notice any goons higher than that in the building. But one thing you do notice when you're kind of casing the whole street out and looking, you do clearly notice that over here on this building where it's got some of those lily pads I was telling you about, there seems to be a 1-800-Flowers van parked there that's angled just right. If it was a police surveillance vehicle, it could totally scope out the ground floor of this building. And you guys are kind of street savvy. You know that kind of stuff, and you're just like, I bet you that's street police surveillance. As you notice down here on the ground, there's like a small pile of cigarette butts that have been getting thrown out over the last couple days, and a couple styrofoam cups of coffee that have fallen from a great height. Damn it for not having a surveillance van with its own incinerator.
Right? bastards.
Okay. Well, how would you guys feel that if things got a little sticky, we could sell out that van to get ourselves out of a tough spot or into a good spot? How do you guys feel about that?
I'm okay. I don't have any love or hate, so it'd be more
I'm
Darwin's feelings.
In a heartbeat.
Right. All right. So now just so I've got the indistinguishable talent, so I kind of know how to blend in and not look particularly, notable in the
You can
crowd.
totally go gray man.
So yeah, I'm gonna kind of. Oh, I like the reference. I'm gonna kind of, basically make my way to the front. Hopefully look back, see if these guys are following.
Okay, so as you
Yeah,
kind of walk up. Go ahead.
Or
What would
you
it
want-
take to try to block their audio?
Of the surveillance van?
Yeah.
It's if it is indeed a surveillance van, it would of course be hooked up to the internet constantly. So you would basically be using hacking.
Okay.
And you remove any black dice, I believe, right?
I have that
Okay,
already
you got
set
it in
up.
there?
That's
Perfect.
-2 BLK, yeah.
Okay. Which completely gets rid of the problem of the it's meant to be anti-tamper proof because it's totally top of the line 5 years ago. Okay, so I've got your difficulty set.
All right.
It's slowly in the Jesus, what the hell just happened there? Wow. So, yes, with your successes, you like instantaneously can turn off any and all features in that van, by the way.
Okay.
What would you like for the triumph?
For the triumph, so we're basically shutting them down dark.
Mm-hmm.
And can I get information while I'm in the van as far as like the officers that are there?
Yeah, for the triumph, I'll definitely give you the officers that the surveillance equipment's been dispensed to, basically, because it's their authorization for it. So you immediately find out it's a rotation of 5 different cops. Usually, it's 2 cops on a time with one guy supervising, and all 5 of them are in internal affairs. Which is interesting that Internal Affairs is committing 5 cops to this, stakeout.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. And I will, as we're kind of walking up, I'll kind of lean over and give that information.
All right.
Seems weird to me, but I'm sure an ex-cop will find that even more so.
As you're just like, hey guys.
So any thoughts on that, Darwin?
I mean, I'm not an ex-cop. I just know him really well. But so no.
No. None of them are anybody you know?
I mean, I'll give Darwin a streetwise check if you want to see if the names pop up. I mean, it could be you've hung out with cops, so you know that whole cops talk about cops off duties and stuff, especially if they're like, hey, these guys from Internal Affairs were, Seamusing around here. So it is going to be hard with a black dice because it is kind of random, but you can go ahead and roll streetwise or even a knowledge if you have a particular knowledge skill that you're trained in, which I don't think you do.
I don't think I do. I've got...
Like if you had faction and police, but...
No.
But, and you do have story
so
points.
Yeah.
As I slowly am bringing them all back into my side.
You guys care if I use this story point?
Go for
Well,
it,
do
man.
what you got to do, man. Or what you
Interesting
think's
things
appropriate.
happen. And besides, right now, information is your best weapon.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got your upgrade in there if you want to go ahead and hit your streetwise.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'll-
So he mentions the names, and you're just like, I don't. None of those names are pinging because you know how regular cops don't talk about internal affairs at all. Apparently, they're just like those
Yeah.
guys don't exist. It's the SS of the police department.
It's
Yeah.
no one I heard of.
Okay.
Wait, that one? No, never mind.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely odd. Either they're here surveilling for the bad cops, or they are the bad cops. So, because normally they don't surveil, do this kind of job, as far as I would think. But all right, another thing in the back of the brain to keep, and we continue up to the group there, up to the door.
Okay, as off camera immediately, like now those 3 threats that have been rolled earlier. We got
Yeah.
the charm
6 now.
one, and then we've got the hacking one. All of a
Yeah,
sudden, those are kind of coming to fruition as stepping around this corner just off camera where you guys can't see it with somebody watching you, who watched you
Magic
talk to
man.
the kids and flash money around. And up in the surveillance van where their equipment's going all wonky, all of a sudden they get facial recognition on Darwin.
Hmm.
As
I'm pretty confident I would have seen somebody watching us on the corner when I was interacting with the kids. I'm pretty observant.
well, it's actually the automated cameras they've got plugged up. The audio's
Well, also,
glitched
I
out, but
screwed up that perception roll.
the streetwise where you have those 3 threat is basically you turned your face up just at the right moment for the camera to go click. And of course, your name comes up and there's a please call detective, blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, huh, maybe we should call that detective's number. That's where
Yeah,
threats
maybe
and despair become fun. So you guys kind of like you're being super cash, and you're kind of walking up to the entrance there. What are you guys doing?
Well, I'd like to go up to them and I'd like to start by just kind of like walking as if I'm going to go into the building like I own the place. Like just totally cool my way in.
And this super skinny guy, who obviously you realize when you get closer, he's got 4 cybernetic arms, but he has kind of like a baggy coat, so the 2 arms are in the same sleeves, and he's just like, whoa, and puts his hand out before you get too close. He's like, what's your business here?
Luxury shopping.
And
My
he kind of looks at his buddies and smirks, like, So,
my friend here is looking from some high-end stuff, and so we thought that you guys would be the ones to come to.
And which one of your 2 friends are you gesturing at?
Well, I'm gesturing towards Maestro for the Chrome, and then I gesture towards Darwin, and it says, my other associate here has certain talents you might be interested in. So, how about you lead us to whoever we need to talk to get this done?
And he just like looks at his guys, kind of smirking, like, look at this guy. He's like the old vintage vids. Take me to your leader. So go ahead and roll a check to see about convincing him to let you through.
All right, so I assume this is like deception because I'm kind of just
It could
making it
totally
up.
be deception, or you could try negotiation. I mean,
Yeah, I think
dude, you're totally
I'm
gonna get a promotion if you let us in.
I'm trying to just kind of lie my way in.
Okay, so I will gladly accept the deception.
Where is that? I am going to do that.
Oh, wow. Okay, got it in there for you.
And then, as an out of turn incidental, I'll put it back.
Oh, you shifty bastard, you.
Snap.
I love that.
I want us to have one in case we need it.
Yeah.
Right?
So
We
it's the
have one more if we need.
And here I was like, no, I feel bad if I burn one at this point because that would be like totally gatekeeping.
But now we're manipulating it, so he's like, screw you all.
Now he's like pulling out the buddy Jesus fingers to the guy, like, hey, Bo, hey, we're friends here. Let me through.
Is it set?
Yep, it's all set for you.
Alright.
And immediately this guy's like, hey. So he's just like, he likes your style, you know. And then maybe they caught like a ping of Maestro's blinking lights in the back of his hoodie, you know, just a hint of ping that could be like, this clandestine dude is wired. Okay, and they're just like, okay, if anybody asks, the code word for the day is RAM.
Wow.
And the guy pulls out his little data pad and makes a phone call, and he's like, do the do, man, do the do. And he clicks a button, and you hear the door go bang with a little security buzzer. And they're just like, don't do anything crazy until you get to the second floor. You want to take the second elevator that's got the out of order sign on it.
You got it.
And they basically just like look both ways, and immediately they kind of like, as soon as you were just about to walk your way in with some swagger, he kind of like grabs your shoulder of your shirt in a non-threatening way, but like to get your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah?
To get Dante's attention.
Oh, okay.
And he's just like, is that guy with you? And he kind of points over here, where there's some seedy looking dude. I mean, he looks like he's got the greasy widow's peaks hair brushed back, long kind of rat-like nose, and you know, not actually rodent, but just rodent-like features. And this guy's looking right at all of you guys, and his head is tracking you guys walking in the building.
So I presume that we don't recognize him?
When you guys look back, and because he's clearly gesturing, hey, is that fool with you? Because he seems to be awful interested in, you know, dating one of you. Snicker, snicker. And you guys don't recognize this guy for nothing.
Well, I'll turn back and I'll say, not with us, but you know, we heard about this area being watched, so there's a free tidbit for you.
And he's like, well, make sure you're not bringing trouble to our door if you get my drift.
Well, they're not watching us.
They're not exactly.
And he's like, okay, just remember, use the elevator that's out of order.
Yep.
If it's out of order, how do we use it?
And some of the guys just kind of snicker at the joke. It's like, that's the inside joke.
Yeah. I just kind of put my arm around his shoulders, like, come on, my friend.
And what would you like for two advantages, by the way?
Let's see. For the advantages, I'd like them to be kind of buzzing us through to, like, I don't know, like a little help with getting us to Esme.
Okay, so they're basically just saying these guys are cool. You know.
Yeah.
VIP treatment because they're wanting to get some good stuff. Yeah. Okay, so you go walking through and it looks, you know, sort of like there's some folks living there, but you're seeing, you know, kind of static light instead of, you know, regular house lights. So it's probably like people hooked up to VR shit, you know, and it's just the glimmer under the doors. As you go up, and you clearly see an elevator that looks nice and shiny and fancy, and one that looks like crap with an out of order sign kind of stuck to the doors. And the doors don't quite close. They're like, you know, a couple inches open with a flickering light inside.
Okay. So before we go up,
Yes,
and
yes.
we go into a potential dead zone, wireless dead zone. Can I run that dude's face through the web to see if I can
Ooh.
potentially ID him?
Okay, that's a good question. I like that. Go
Yeah.
ahead and do the web that you do.
I mean, when you're connected, man, that's the shit you do, man.
Yep. That's a good
constantly
question.
constantly running shit. All right, so that's going to be the net,
I mean,
which I
what's
will
even
use.
worse is you're going to deep fake sites and putting faces on bodies.
which I will use net search. That's let's see. Yes, if your character has access, then use this talent to upgrade ability and objects. It doesn't say that it's. Yeah, doesn't say it. There's a limited use on that. So
Mm-hmm.
so upgrade twice, but
Add a
and then
purple.
add a purple.
I mean, because you're upgrading the difficulty, so that is the price for it. So ready
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are. As
All
you're
right.
immediately walking and you kind of like go into a almost rhythmic walking pattern as you kind of are busy web surfing instead of watching where you're walking.
Yeah, but I got like touch shoulders with Darwin. You know, so I'm
You
not.
get that friendly hand of, hey, buddy.
All right. Oh shit.
And nothing really comes up except for the two threats. Wow, your dice really did not like you. All of a sudden, as you're surfing this guy's face, immediately you get a police department pop-up that pumps up saying you're looking for classified police department information. Continuing to search this, will you tracked and arrested, breaking violation 4927, cease and desist all search engines of this information.
All right, we immediately back off.
As you're just like, okay, close, and of course the pop-up keeps coming up a couple times because they're serious about that shit.
Right.
As you realize, like, one more threat and they would have known you were looking it up.
Right.
As you're like,
okay,
youch.
So yeah, take a little stutter step there as I
kind of break your cadence. So you guys get to the elevator.
Before I even start to approach that one, I want to just do a 360 scan of the room, make sure of the areas that we're in, just to see if there's anybody lurking around.
Go ahead and give me just a sec. Give me a perception check. I like that.
Make sure there's no hiding out. Was that a wall? Dang.
You're pretty sure the coast's clear.
Of course it is. Alright then, I guess we go to the elevator and take it to the second floor.
Yep. Just so you're aware, I might be offline at that point. I don't know.
You have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Okay, so of course,
that's my favorite way.
You guys get into the elevator, and this elevator's totally retro. It's even got the fake wood panels in it, but it looks like someone's been peeing in one corner because the stain's there. And there's a slight smell, but it's not bad. It's just like, someone didn't clean it up too well. And when you look at the vintage panel, it's actually got the old buttons with numbers going up the 21 floors. And you see that every one of the button has been destroyed with probably like a drill, it looks like, except for the second floor and the 21st floor and the first floor.
Interesting. So,
and you kind of realize when you look up at the light that's flickering annoyingly that there's a mirrored tile in the ceiling, and you're getting the vibe that there's a top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art camera right above your heads. It's the one thing that looks immaculately clean and new in this elevator. And you're totally just like, that's one of those discrete cameras. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, just from seeing it, it's like, it's got to be that.
Well, given that, I think I'll just hit the number 2 button.
Okay, you hit the number 2 button, and there's like a slight buzzing on the intercom as you get a message basically saying, please identify yourself.
My name's
Okay.
Daniel. These are my associates.
I'll introduce myself, and I will introduce myself. Whoops. Right there.
Ho, ho,
That's the
ho.
name. That's the name I give.
What? Did I not see something?
It's on the
As
Skype.
we're all jumping into Skype real quick to see what you
Oh.
introduce. As Max Headroom.
Yes.
Max.
Yes. I will grin and wave.
The strong silent type.
So they're like, please state your business. And the elevator slowly starts to move.
Well, my friend Max here is looking for some high-level tech. Max, why don't you tell him what sort of stuff you want?
Well, looking for see what kind of hardware you guys are carrying. Needing to upgrade some stuff. Hopefully you have actual quality here. I'm not real sure yet.
And you get this pleasant automated voice. Obviously, it's an AI that just says, excellent, we are here to give you the best service you can get. Welcome to, and you hear this like buzz sound where obviously somebody hacked in and just jacked what it's supposed to say the company name was. And it says, welcome to the Chrome Mogwais. Prepare to be breached, but to be met by security station personnel. Little Max Headroom style glitch. Please do not have any weapons as you will be scanned on entrance. As there's a slight pause there. And this elevator is going very slowly. You can feel like every 6 inches it's shaking.
All right.
Is there any fast
Can I
hands?
hack the scanner?
Maybe. You haven't seen a weapon scanner on the elevator, so you're thinking probably security has the wand types?
All I have is the palm stoner. Is that generally regarded as like, deadly weapon around here?
It's basically like a hand taser, but it could be considered a weapon.
I'm kind of carrying a pistol, but to be fair, there hasn't been a weapons check.
I mean, are you guys going to try to Are you guys going to try to stash your weapons?
Yes.
What's in hiding the weapon? Is that stealth?
It's basically going to be a stealth.
Okay.
Is there a? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got a palm stoner, so that's probably pretty nondescript. So I think it'll be pretty easy to kind of disguise that.
Okay, so you're kind of like dropping it into a pocket or a boot?
Something like that, like, somewhere in a deep pocket, like, kind of unseen. And
who's our stealthy person to help make sure we hide it well on us? That has skills at that.
A green and 2 yellows.
I've got 4 greens.
Yeah, I got 2 green.
Why don't we work together to find places to stash?
So you guys kind of like lean together closely, having a conference. As everybody pops their coats open, it's like, okay, we're gonna shove this.
Yeah, kind of.
And there's kind of an awkward moment that you guys are just wrapping up concealing your weapons, as the doors do the whole ding. You've reached your destination.
Obviously, with the camera on us, we're trying to do that stealthily also.
It's above your head camera. You can totally, sneak around and do things. You think.
Okay. You think.
You think. And immediately when the door opens, there's two guys that basically meet you in security outfits, as they would just be white boxes right now. And they basically just give you that gesture of stick your hands up. They each have a glove on, which is a not the newest model, but a older model weapon scanner. It's good for
Okay.
finding metal weapons and energy weapons and black powder weapons. And they're just like, come on through and let us check you.
I
I'll
mean,
step up and do
I
and
am a
follow.
weapon.
And so, what is the best combination of you guys? I'm assuming it's going to be the 2 yellow and a green plus a blue.
Yeah.
Well, between Darwin and I, we can do a yellow and 3 green.
A yellow and 3 green.
Yeah, working together.
Okay, so who's got the? So you've got a cunning of 4, or yeah, cunning of 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is it ability? Or
For
Well, I've got a cunning of 2, but I've got extra stealth because of character creation.
because cool stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but yours is how many dice? For your stealth.
mine is yellow and 2 greens.
Okay.
Mine is four diamonds.
Okay, perfect.
4
So yeah,
green?
so that's going to be
Yeah.
3 diamonds and one red for them against their great scanning skills. Oh, and apparently the difficulty is being upgraded.
I don't want
And-
to find me the.
I'm giving you guys a black dice because you all work together hiding it, and I'm giving them a blue dice because they have weapon scanners. So let's see what happens as they start scanning you guys. Ooh. As immediately when they start scanning you guys in tandem, they kind of get the woot, 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 and they're just kind of like, take it out.
I'll pull out my palm stunner and be like, "This is a problem. Okay, here you go."
And they kind of like laugh at each other, like, you walk around in the streets with what, just this?
That's all I need.
And then they kind of look over at Darwin when they want to see what he's hiding in his boot.
So I'm no good at it, but I'll try to palm my hand stunner. Like
Oh.
I'll pull it out and act like I'm pulling it off of him. I mean, I suck, but
Ooh, I like this. So you're gonna
I-
try to
I-
do a little sleight of hand to do the old switcheroo of here's his weapon.
yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be against their perception. As I just
Is
flipped
that
over to
a-
these.
Is that a skullduggery move?
Yep, that's totally a skullduggery. So go ahead and roll your skullduggery to see if you can do the old switcheroo on them.
Sure.
And you're spending that last one for an upgrade. I like the daringness.
I will.
Okay.
And just because we need it, I'll go ahead and spend my ready for anything, and we'll take one back.
Always
know
gotta
what?
have one in.
You always got to have one in the chamber. I'm just saying.
yeah. But
Okay,
now
so I've
we've
got your
blown our
difficulty
wad,
set.
so- All right, here we go. Oh shit!
As immediately the guy's kind of like looking at you, and he grabs your stunner with his left hand, as his right hand still is waving over where the blaster is, and he's like, "Let me see what's in your boot there."
And I'll use that to take a strain back at least.
Okay.
Dang.
And these guys could just kind of like shove your weapons in they've got a little pouch on the back belt, and they just shove them in the pouches. So, it's not like they're like locking them up or anything, and they're just like, follow us.
It was a. Sorry, I was gonna say it was a gift from my mother. It's got sentimental value.
If you lose that, I'm a dead man. And
Yeah,
they're
and
just
so are you.
and they're just, like, follow us. We're gonna take you to the security station. And they're basically walking you guys this way. You notice, ominously enough, these buildings don't have any windows, They've all been blacked out and plated over. And all of the little like office spaces have no windows to face towards the outside. It's great security.
So it's like we can't see anything.
So you guys can't see anything other than walls that have been like basically covered up with different types of wood or metal plating. And Maestro's getting a faint signal to the net, but it's not a strong signal at all. It's like somebody almost tried to EMP proof this whole level, but they didn't do a
That's what I
great
expected.
job of it. They
Okay.
did good enough that it's basically fuzzy internet and not too great. And
Okay.
mind you, the security guys are having one in front and one in back.
One in front of us. Oh, so there's two and leading us on.
Yep.
Now, since we can't see anything, obviously I'm going to try to keep my eyes peeled for any sign of where this Esme person is. But since we can't see anything, I want to kind of like see, can we hear anything?
Yeah, I can give you. I like that. Let me set up a perception real quick. So because they've taken measures and get you a story point back, go for it. As you're kind of picking up, there's like this hiss of white noise, like almost like they've got spoofing. So if they were under surveillance from police, they wouldn't be able to record through the building's walls. Maybe because some dirty cops told them they were under surveillance. Maybe, just maybe.
Or maybe because they
Yes.
noticed the same van parked down the block for a week straight.
Well, they got a project across the street.
Obviously, they deliver the worst or best flowers because they haven't left to get fresh flowers in a while. Okay, so they're kind of leading you here. And of course, the one guy kind of like stands, because I can try to grab him and move him. Stands right here and basically points for you guys to come in through this door.
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, there's an office inside. You can pick either the left or the right one, and you'll be seen shortly.
Okay.
And just be advised that once the door closes, there is an alarm that will go off if you open it. And they're pretty cool about just letting you go all nonchalant like that. And don't worry, you'll get your weapons back when you leave. As Maestro immediately picks that one.
Wait, which room would you pick? Oh, never mind.
Maestro thought the left is always right, and the right is always wrong. And immediately they kind of like, as soon as you guys go in the office, the automated door starts closing when there's no motion walking through. And you kind of hear them get on their data pads, and they basically call into the boss of their waiting room 1. And immediately when you guys go in there, the motion detector senses your movement, and they turn the lights on. And you notice on the wall there's these manuals of like Sears catalogs of cybernetics, of what the mods are and what the current prices are, because of course prices have been slashed a couple times and rewritten over and stuff like that. It's basically the menu if you want to go in there and get chopped up with some Chrome.
Okay. Look, busy looking at that. Am I able to maybe pick up any local computer USB, or not USB, but
Active
Bluetooth
ports.
Bluetooth type signals or anything like that?
Go ahead
That
and
would
give
be
me
short range.
a hacking, and let's see. That way I know it'll automatically take out the dark side points for you.
Yeah, put in whatever. I got the minus
Mhm.
2
I got you in there.
BLK. And then let me see, what was my skills? Let's see, what am I doing?
What skills are
Let's
paying the
search.
bills?
All right, so we are. Let's see, Gordon's Blades, developed open source, team runners. That uses logic resolution engine to overcome Those code gates. So I'm right now. I'm not needing to use any software, right?
Yep.
Just basic searching right now, right?
Yep. You're basically
Okay.
looking for any open ports.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. USB or not USB, but Bluetooth, whatever type signal. All right. We ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. What do we got? And you know what? Let's go ahead and just do that.
Ooh. It's almost like, I don't know, let the dice tell us.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
All right.
Wow. So
Man, you
for
are
your
all
3
about this
successes, that's like the full Monty right there. It's a full boat.
Well, it's making up for all the other shit.
Uh-huh. So when you're doing your bit, you're kind of like looking for any active, sources. So you ping in here. Basically, I'm going to draw some little circles there for you. So you pick up there's an active node here on wireless. There's an active node here on wireless. And currently an active node there on wireless. Now, it could be somebody with their data pad, playing around, or they just left the Wi-Fi on, doing the one
Right.
thing they tell you not to do over the internet.
Okay.
But you get 3 nice, solid, clean hits back, and that's just with your successes. What would you like for your advantages in that big, tasty triumph?
All right. Obviously, like um,
I mean, if
some
you want,
kind of boost or advantage in accessing the port.
okay, so I'll give you a free upgrade for those 2 advantages, because obviously somebody wasn't paying attention to security. But what is it you really want for that triumph? Go ahead and say it.
Make contact with Esme, man.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so you're wanting to know which one pings back with Esme's personal identification information?
Well, if that happens to be on there, yeah.
Okay, so I will clearly give that to you because you asked the right question, and that comes up as right here in that laboratory.
Yeah. Figured.
As the ping comes back as it's basically her personal pad, but she's totally been disabled, henceforth not able to reach her brother. But she left her Bluetooth on.
Nice. Yeah.
Can you
Limited
talk?
range.
And sorry, what's that?
I was asking, can you talk to her through this?
I
You can try. I mean, it's a triumph. I mean,
yeah. I would rather wait until we get face to face.
All right, I have I think I have an idea of how to do that. Like, obviously, we're going to try to ask for some ridiculously awesome stuff, and we need to know who's handling the gear. So
Yeah,
it's-
I'm very picky. I want to make sure the right doctor's taking care of this their best.
Yeah, I'll see if I can talk. I'll see if I can talk us through it.
so since you guys are being made to wait for quite a bit, it's really just that sales stress tactic where they show you the merchandise and make you sit and wait. Let's go ahead and take a actual 5-minute break in case anyone needs bio or beverage refills, because I need beverage refills. I don't know about you guys. And let's just take a quick 5 minutes, and we'll come right back.
Alrighty.
Cool.
As I heard someone drinking, and I'm totally jealous.
Well, that was just the end of the ice at the end of the glass.
I'll be right back, guys.
Nobody has said anything, but did I fix my audio?
You are sounding much better. Yes.
Thank you.
You're clean and clear now.
Okay, thanks.
Did you figure out what was up?
Yeah, somehow I had Skype open twice.
Oh, well, that can make that funky weird, like you were talking through a tunnel to the other tunnel to then us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like you were down far away from the mic, down a tunnel kind of sound.
Yeah. Well, I also wasn't using the headset mic, so
Uh,
I was
So-
using the default mic, which I don't know what it was, but it apparently wasn't the headset.
oh, yeah, probably the base mic on the computer or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're on a laptop or what, but
No.
yeah, no, I got what it cost me, like $80. I got a pretty nice little wireless headset that's been really good so far. It's like 23 hour battery life, and
Oh, wow.
like really comfortable. So yeah, I've been pretty happy with it.
That is a good idea. The wireless part, especially.
Yeah, yeah, because I for the longest time I was doing stuff with it's like the Turtle Beach that I had for my Xbox, but it had like this super short cable. So I mean, even to put and I'm on a laptop, even to put the computer aside, it was like lean over towards the little table, then take the headset off, or I mean, it was annoying. So, yeah, this one here, I got it on Amazon. It's a RoboCat or no, Roccat, ROCCAT, ELO 7.1 Air, and I think
I'm sorry, did you say 7.1 error?
Air, A-I-R.
Got it. Thank you.
AI here.
Yeah,
I
so
air, therefore
but-
I am.
yeah, but Roccat, I think when I got it, like I said, I think it's like 70, 80 bucks or something on Amazon. So, been very happy with it so far. Very comfortable. Great
Nice.
sound. Nice controls.
And freedom.
Are we talking
Yeah.
about the wireless?
Yeah, the wireless headset that I have now, it's I've been very happy with it. And like I said, the price wasn't crazy.
That
for
one's
it,
always
so-
good.
So it is currently $99.99 on Amazon right now. I'll copy it and I'll put it in the thing. If you're looking for something for the price for $100 versus hundreds of dollars,
Mm-hmm.
it's been a nice headset. Very comfortable, lightweight. Controls on the back are nice. You got a dial for your volume, a dial for like the mic volume. Then you got a mute and the power. And it's like 23 hours of battery life, 20 or 23.
That alone is nice.
Well, that was a huge thing. I wanted to make sure it had good battery life. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like 20 or 23 hours, something like that, of battery life for $100.
Yeah, because the ones I picked up were good for about maybe 6 hours.
No, yeah. Yep. So yeah, I linked them. Check them out. They're pretty nice.
Thank
Cool.
you. Yes.
Okay,
I
so
appreciate that.
you've been waiting an uncomfortable long amount of time.
Mm.
On the plus side, the merchant of death that you need to speak to found Culver's ice cream in the freezer, so he's happy. It's like I forgot that was in there still.
Oh,
Since
so-
it's such a long wait, I'm gonna use my pad and pull up one of my old kung fu movies. and just kind of sit, like looking like I'm gonna give the arrow, just being like totally comfortable, totally cool with the weight, you know.
I'm gonna climb the walls, literally.
And I will pull out my pad to play with. Not that I'm doing anything of any value on it, but it's a good show.
As you can practically hear Maestro say paperweight.
Yeah, but it's a good front to make it look like I'm doing something instead of surfing. But I do look for a random account number.
Ooh, what kind of random account number?
Account number that might have some money in it. That if I need to put it up as a front.
Okay, and I'm assuming you're referring to one in this building, right?
Well, no, an account number for like payment.
If they want to check his credit.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and give me
Yeah.
a hacking roll.
All right. 'Cause, I'm assuming they're going to want some money.
Mm-hmm. As you're
or at
basically
least- or verify money at least.
you're
all
pulling the Latvian prince hack.
Yeah,
And you're
So-
wanting to definitely make sure it happens with that last story point there.
I do.
Oof.
I did.
You painting me in a corner, man.
Yeah. You ready?
Yep.
Oof.
Ooh.
So, of course, you do find an account username. You've got the bank routing number, the account number, all that good stuff. As you got the information, though, you tripped like 3 tripwires in the network.
We're leaving such a trail.
So you've totally got the account information, but you totally know you probably don't want to hack into that account again anytime soon because there's going to be some ice protecting that account at this point.
Yeah. But hey, I got an account number to give them.
Mhm.
They can check against.
And you're like, hey, it's legit.
Live for today, Maestro. Live for today.
So you have that uncomfortable long doctor's wait where you hear the first doors click, and you kind of realize you got a good 10 seconds to get back in the chairs or whatnot if you want to, or make a good showing of yourselves right before the door will open.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, no,
still
I'm-
watching my show.
As he looks up from his pad, and you hear the Bruce Lee punch sound effect he makes.
Yeah,
I'll
and
drop
I kind of
drop
like,
into a chair.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there with my data pad and a finger on it, kind of
Actually,
Or making-
tactile screening it. Ew.
Or- making like I'm typing motions.
It's like using tactile screens is so retro. And of course, the door kind of pops, with, a little crisp opening as you see a really nice dressed guy in some synth steel suit. It looks like metal fibers and it just shines like nobody's business. And as he comes walking, you can clearly see because he's got his suit jacket on but no undershirt. And this guy's sporting a ton of chrome on him. And this chrome is gilded to look like bling. And you see this below his neck. It looks like his head and just above his breastbone is the only things organic that you can see. Because it looks like you see cybernetic feet and you see cybernetic hands. And you're just like, this guy comes in doing the whole car salesman. He's got the slick back hair, little pockmarked cheeks from, probably Bad Acme a few years ago. And he's just like, welcome to our facility.
I'll put down the pad. Thank you.
What a heck.
Appreciate you taking the time to come out and talk to us.
So what can we do for each other? And of course you get that skeezy, oh man, he's doing the we thing.
Well,
As his soul
Let's-
patch just accentuates the smile.
okay. Well, you see, my friend Max over here is looking for some chrome. obviously you know your stuff, so you and he can talk shop about the specifics. But the key thing here is that he's just the appetizer. We represent some individuals who are interested in a larger, more ambitious sort of deal. So this you can kind of see as a bit of an audition. We'd like to see what you're capable of and what kind of talent you have here.
He takes he takes that half-second salesman moment where he's just like, so it's a tutorial, as it may be said. Excellent, excellent. Well, what kind of service were you looking to have? Was this going to be a barter for services? We do have extremely well set trades for a few stints of service, depending on what you get. Or are you planning on paying in hard currency?
Well, that depends on what level of quality we can see here. If it would be possible to, I don't know, meet the artist. We need to know. We need to know who's going to do the work and make sure that they're capable of doing what we need them to do.
Only the best.
Yeah, as you know, he gives you guys kind of this all around look, like he's like taking you guys in, trying to see just how serious you are. And
I'm gonna give him.
you give him the what?
So I'm gonna give him the serious face. We're serious.
As he
Well, I
kind
can't
of
give him a serious face, but
he gives him the incognito anonymous face. As he just kind of like, so, and he kind of points to the wall of like, what kind of modification are you looking for, to depend on which one of our artistes would be doing such modifications.
I'm just kind of looking back, remembering what kind of stuff. Esme did like an arm, and that was what she got an award for.
Mm-hmm. She specialized in strength enhancing modifications.
okay.
So I'm gonna go spit like right to that. Strength enhancing modifications. You see my friend Max here isn't the most physical individual, so that's sort of what we're going to look at today.
Excellent. One of my close associates, Spider. You may have seen him down at the entrance. A very wiry gentleman as well, but wanted to have cybernetics that could rip a hover car in half. So we definitely have an artist that could take care of that type of situation. If you would like to possibly set up a deposit in advance, I could definitely have, while we're prepping, get you introduced to our artist.
I turn Max. Max here can provide the account information that you can use.
Yeah.
And he gladly, whips out a little data pad from nowhere, and he's like, please enter the information. And what modifications exactly? And basically, you don't need to just say blah, blah, blah. And the rate will be blah, blah, blah. That way you don't, have to specifically say what you want to go for,
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it has. I was trying to look here, but
I'm actually gonna have to step away for just a second and bring my dog in because she's barking her head off.
all right.
I'll be right back while you look.
I mean, that hovercraft thing did sound pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was looking for something cheap, but no regulator.
No, we want something expensive so that we can.
Yeah.
And
need
you're
to
not spending your own money.
We got to be brought face to face with Esme. We got to know she's here and where she is. Because if we can find her under the right circumstance, we can maybe just grab her and get out.
No, yeah, I'm figuring once we find her, we'll do a snatch and grab or whatever we got to do. But that was kind of my thought.
Mm-hmm.
We still have to go get my pistol, though.
Yeah. Or find weapons.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
Well, we didn't get expenses with this job. That one's on me.
Oh yeah, you did. You did pay credits for the car wash too, didn't you? You stand to lose some finances on this gig. Well, if we succeed, we can presume that we'll get paid.
Yeah, well.
All right.
I cheated. I used mac and cheese to get the dog inside. And it's good gourmet
Nice.
cheese mac and cheese.
Nice.
So James, I forgot to ask earlier. We get do we get paid for doing these jobs for this person?
Yep, you actually get a good wage, so you can live comfortably in a moderate lifestyle with the wage that you get already. But bonus checks are always what it's all about.
Yeah, because that's what increases our money on our character sheet kind of thing. Okay, so bonuses is what.
So basically, you guys have a nice moderate paycheck that basically pays for your regular expenses. So you have a nice apartment or studio you can go home to at the end of the night, and not worry about the bills not being paid.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
So yeah,
Unless
whatever.
Maestro goes to the utility company and turns off your utilities.
Right.
Practical joker.
Yeah, I was trying to see what strength ones, but I can't find my other sheet that had the other mods on them. But I guess because enhanced reflexes is coordination, vigilance. Is that something she did or no?
Just say
yeah, that would be one that would be under her specialty for super new modifications.
Yeah, okay. So we'll go enhanced reflexes.
Okay, and he basically gives you a good solid quote. It doesn't sound like price gouging at all. And he's just like, I can definitely get you to see one of our specialists. Give me a moment to make sure the artist is available to have guests.
Great, thank you.
And he basically buzzes a button on his pad, and the door kind of gives you this little click. And he steps out of the room, and basically you hear the second door open up as he goes through, and he's basically, you hear the faint sound of him basically getting on a phone, making a phone call.
I want to, I don't know, press kind of sit, kind of look like I'm just kind of pacing, leaning against the wall near where, and see if I can pick up any of it.
I'm going to try to use those keen, perceptive ears.
That's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay, go for it. It's worth a try.
Oh, it's going to be difficult.
Difficult, but not impossible. As you're basically hearing the gist of what he's saying, like every other word enough that you can easily see it. As you're basically hearing him talk to security to make sure that Lab Alpha is currently secure, and that the facilitator is up for guests and knows to behave herself.
Okay.
I don't want her hurting another sale.
Oh, okay, cool.
And in the meantime, all of a sudden you hear this click in the wall that you're in the room, and a security voice, kind of like omniscient voice, kind of like radiates out of the ceiling in general of, "Sir, please step away from the door." As you realize you were kind of caught leaning and snooping against the door.
I shrug, and they said no. I look up at I said they said don't open the door. They didn't say anything else. And so I'll go away from it and sit on the opposite side
Yeah.
of the room.
It's a little obvious when you got your ear pressed totally against it and shit. You know, I mean,
They said
doing
don't open
the
it. Nah.
doing the little cuppy, thing.
Maybe you should
And
ask for
stethoscope.
enhanced senses.
A stethoscope out on the door.
And a few moments later, you hear the door open up, and then the next door he immediately steps in. He's like, excellent news. One of our artists, because he likes your term, is more than willing to share their laboratory space where they would be doing the procedure. Now, mind you, I'm showing my calendar here. We wouldn't be able to book you for at least a week and a half. But you can at least see the facility now as it may be.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well,
definitely.
I think we can be patient if the artist is the right one for us.
Also, give us a chance to compare other businesses.
Oh. Once you see our facilities, you'll know you don't need to go to any other facilities.
Well then, lead the way.
As he's leading you out, and he's like, "Follow me." And he basically is, convincing you, or trying to, that one of the nice things is our facilities have had some recent upgrades, thanks to some of our patrons and some of our supporters. And if you come with me this way, it's the straight down the hallway in the laboratory.
Of course, it's not the closer lab.
So, what's the security situation? Who's with us?
It's basically you've got the
it just-
salesman and one of the security guards with you guys.
Okay.
Security guy is the white square that keeps changing shape instead of moving. Move, damn you.
Is it the one with our weapons by chance?
Yes, it is the one with the weapons.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Well,
Okay. So, we get in. Is it who we're looking for?
And you kind of come into the lab and immediately see this really nice cybernetics lab. I mean, somebody put some real time and effort into this place. And as soon as you come in, you immediately see a woman who matches every description you've been given. And she's kind of working away on this like jackhammer looking cybernetic arm that looks like it's meant to like demolish a building.
Phew.
She's got, her hair is kind of a mess because obviously she hasn't had her product for a while. You see, kind of ponytail, but it's got frayed bits coming out in that classic mad inventor style. And immediately your salesman's just like, so, and she kind of like, snaps up from the work she's at. And she's going to be this pink square because pink works.
oh crap. Which one's pink?
The one I'm going to be making in just a second.
Ah,
He's
okay.
working on.
Can I just pick a random object off a desk and start fiddling with it?
Sure, there's lots of tools and little, internal operations of cybernetic pieces. And
Okay.
immediately, as soon as you touch it, she ignores everyone except the guy touching her stuff. And she just kind of like, no, please put that down. That's a very delicate piece of work that took me many hours to create.
Well,
And she
this little thing.
She
What's
just has
it do?
this haggard look on her face, and she's like, it enhances the neurological response, causing you to be able to exert greater strength without causing detrimental damage to the cartilage.
Oh, that's neat.
I look over his
You're gonna
shoulder
poke
at
at
it.
it.
Like,
I'll approach, to a respectful distance, but a little like make it clear that I'm stepping forward to. I introduce myself as my name's Charles Bruce. Could you tell us a little bit about what you do here?
And she's about to say it, and then you can see she like kind of plays your name over her mouth. And when she gets to the Bruce part, you get this like all of a sudden instant well of tears in her eyes. And she's just like, I work at this facility and working, and she looks at the salesman guy, and he kind of gives you that long look down the nose, like, I'm not gonna, don't make me say it a second time kind of look. And you
Which
do
one?
see,
Sorry.
so you do see when he looks at her, he opens his jacket and pulls out a little aerosol dispenser, which immediately I'm almost thinking Maestro should probably do a discipline check when he sees what it is, but he doesn't have to yet. That it's basically a no dose kind of chemical, as he kind of gently puts it on one of the tables, like, if you behave and are a good girl, you get one of these. And she kind of like sniffles and gets back to business, like, I have to behave to get my next fix. And she like pulls herself together, and she says, so I'm this is my laboratory, and I work with our clients to increase their physical capabilities, because chrome can do what flesh cannot in many situations. And she kind of like pushes a button on a display, and a cybernetic arm on a display model. It's meant to do like a routine. Kind of comes up, and immediately she kind of like pushes the tutorial button, and the cybernetic arm kind of grabs a large like rod and crushes it. Then another one kind of grabs, and it kind of bends the weight up, and then another one kind of like completely crumbles a piece of metal. And she basically is showing that this arm is basically capable of doing whatever you need it to do strength wise.
So, wait, and so I'm kind of like, I'm gonna cut my eyes over toward the cybernetic guy. Just kind of look over at him, then look over back at her. I said, what concerns me most, though, is that, say we were to have one of these implanted and installed, is there a way to uh, cheat them or deactivate or disrupt them? We don't want that to happen.
As the salesman kind of looks at you and says, now I think I know what your concern is. We've had customers, call what they call the Wakanda safety effect, where cybernetics will just stop working for some reason. And there's the rumors that the police department has the ability to shut down certain brands of cybernetics from time to time. We promise you that none of our cybernetics are exploitable except by possibly world-class net runners, or possibly even artificial intelligence is meant to damage that. Honestly, this whole facility on this level is off the net, so any of our clients' information will be completely safe. And of course, as I always recommend, as you can see, I'm not just a part owner in the company, I am also a client. And as our good doctor here will recommend for you, I wouldn't recommend just getting the cybernetic limbs as a partial chrome modification. I would recommend going with a full combat chassis. So that way you're not putting any wear and tear on flesh torsos with your strength enhancing system. Because there have been problems with some of the lesser known chop shops that just kind of slap chrome on people, that they kind of forget when you're holding a car over your head that if your trunk is flesh, it's going to blow a vertebrae out. But we promise that you have none of those issues. As we'll make sure, depending on your modification, that you receive a package that will make sure that you're completely safe, and no one will be deactivating your prosthetics.
So where's that arm at that she's playing with?
It's basically on right here, little table on this area.
I'm not seeing your oh, okay. And blues are or sales guy?
The blue square is the salesman. Yep, and the
Okay.
white box is security, kind of watching everybody.
Right. Okay.
What's
And
the
then
box in
she-
the corner?
That was where the ping was.
That's a little dresser drawer where her data pad is
Tablet.
at.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's almost like they lock it up when she's in her lab.
So there's a data pad, or there was a console that she used to operate this arm on this thing.
Yep, she basically just hit a button, and it went through an automated routine. It's almost like it was for a science, lab, a science fair experiment where you just hit the tutorial button and it does its thing for the classroom.
But there's other controls for it there.
She only hit like 2 buttons, so you're thinking it's a completely pre-programmed maneuver it does. It would be too complex to have a joystick and that type of thing.
Okay. So is there more? So I kind of come over. It's like, so looking at the pad, is there more that you can show me on how this works?
And she immediately looks over at the salesman, who gives her this slow nod. She's like, I can, give me just a moment to deactivate it for safety's sake. And she kind of clicks a button and the arm kind of relaxes, goes through a little spasm where you see the plates on the arm go from one, just like flush from hand to shoulder. And the hand kind of relaxes, and she comes over and whips out a tool, and she starts popping covers off of it so you can see the internals. And you do see laying on the table, since you guys are at the table, there is a plasma cutter.
Oh,
And, it's a handheld, plasma cutting device. It can cut through metal like butter if need be.
oh man. So
And she kind of smiles
Sadly,
as she looks
melee.
at Maestro, because immediately you kind of you're acknowledging what she's saying on an intellectual level. If you get her, and she just kind of
Right.
smiles at Maestro that So who's getting the upgrade?
Well, I'm looking at possibly something, but my partner over here, something like this arm would be amazing for him. I mean, it looks like it has awesome capabilities. And I kind of start to fiddle with the control panel,
Okay.
see if I can turn it on for control.
And she kind of looks at you. She's kind
Actually-
of like not stopping you, and she kind of like poof, and blows her hair out of her face. And she looks at you and says, "Partner," with big eyebrows.
Yes, I mean, I kind of, as I'm kind of with one hand, casually kind of like playing with the control panel, and then look kind of brush back with the other at Darwin.
But
He's
then
kind of a brawny guy.
she
So,
she then
yeah.
says partner again, a little softer,
co-worker.
Yes.
with quizzical look on her face when she's looking at you, because you're getting vibes here.
I
Yeah.
feel like we should know what she's saying, but I'm not. Like out of character, I don't know what she's saying. Is there any way that in character I would know what she's saying?
Well, in character, he's saying partner, so she's wanting to make sure you're not meaning romantic partner.
No,
That's why I
business
said
partner.
co-worker.
Oh,
Business partner.
She is interested in Maestro intellectually speaking,
Yes.
and wanting to make
So-
sure he is available on the market.
Yes. He's my business partner, and he's kind of the muscles of the operations.
So I'm
And-
gonna start. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, and while I'm doing that, I'm kind of casually like tapping some things, trying to see if I can pull this thing online for control.
You can't really pull it online, but you can totally make it make the heavy metal devil horns. Unfortunately, its
So-
controls are about as basic as a claw machine.
Okay, so I can't make it like grab somebody.
You might be able to if you rolled really well.
Would it have to be? They'd have to be really close, though, right?
Hmm.
Well,
They'd
yeah,
have to
but
be by the table.
I could bring the salesman over, I'm sure.
Okay. I'm gonna say, well, Max, you're obviously here to talk specifics, so I'll leave you to it. I'll step back out of the way as I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna kind of pass by Darwin and kind of like nod him over to the table, and
Yeah.
I said, well, since you're going to be getting the modification, why don't you step over?
Yeah, and I
And-
look over like, hey, let's take a look at this.
As-
And as I say, take a look at it, I kind of point at the arm and then kind of drift down to the cutter.
I'm kind of slowly drifting over toward this guy.
Okay, and that guy's
Just-
like pretty chill. He's just got his arms folded, and he's just like, "So, you think this is gonna take long?"
I don't know, like when Max over here gets started, he just keeps going.
He's one of
You know,
those tech guys. I've
a
got two
friend-
brothers that are just like him.
Yeah, and my other associate there, he sometimes needs things explained to him 2 or 3 times. And as I'm talking to him, I'm kind of like trying to get a get a beat on like where he's got our weapons, just in the back pouch or something.
Basically, in a ammo pouch hanging off his back left butt cheek.
Okay, and also like trying to get an idea, like give me an idea physically, like is this guy like seem like he's like a trained soldier or just some?
He looks, kind of like your buddy Darwin there. He's built for rough and tumble shit. He looks like the kind of guy you probably don't want to start a fist fight with, because he'll probably make you eat the floor or eat a wall.
Great.
He's good at his job.
You're just gonna take a punch, maybe 2.
So,
So I-
I'll kind of go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna I'm all talking technical talk with her and looking at Darwin like, yeah, I mean, wouldn't this be amazing? This would be great for you. And I kind of wave over at the salesman. It's like, and before I do that, I'm like, again, kind of pointing at the thing and referencing kind of casually down towards the cutter, again towards Darwin as I'm talking to him. I don't know if you have much of a skullduggery,
I'm gonna.
but I will assist in that process if I have to.
Well, I'm going to cover my action with the one hand trying to high five the cybernetic hand, while my other hand is trying to get the plasma cutter. But I have a 2 diamond skullduggery.
Okay, so I have 3 green, so I'll help slip it to him, maybe.
Okay, so you're gonna
And
add
so
a
we get-
green to his skullduggery pool.
Or would it be I can slip it into his hand for 3 green with a blue?
Which way do you guys want to do it?
Yeah,
Now,
the extra blue would be nice, so I'll kind of help slip it into his hand as we're looking, and
Okay.
oh no.
oh, look at that.
Like just as a note for if they roll threat or whatever, I want to try to be being very charming with this guy, trying to you're very good at what you do, like kind of just distracting him, but also maybe I see you're very good at what you do. We're a small but rapidly developing outfit. We can always use good workers like you. Partially distracting him, but also maybe partially just kind of trying to maybe bring him over to our side a little. I don't know.
So if you need work, I mean,
Got a job coming up real soon.
Or if you're not happy here.
Yeah. And part of that, my maneuver in doing this, I'm kind of pick it up casually, like to point at stuff. Like, yeah, so if we took this and used this here to here, like this, and kind of then hand it over. So,
Okay.
we ready?
I've got faith in you. Yep.
All right. Well, better than I got.
Oh.
Oh.
So
I got advantage.
so you kind of like pick up the torch and hand it over to Darwin, and
Well, I kind of
this-
pointed some stuff with it, like how it be worked, and then kind of casually try to
give it to your friend to put it down somewhere.
yeah.
Like, here, hold this.
You wouldn't want to totally put it in the mechanical hand. I mean, that would just be dangerous.
Right.
So what would you like for those 3 advantages, by the way?
Let's see. How can I apply that?
You gave him the tool. He has the tool. Clearly, you've
Yeah.
seen handing it to him. You could totally give him a free maneuver.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Darwin, you have the plasma cutting torch in your hand. You can take a free maneuver before your turn if you'd like. And wow, this is a small laboratory.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Oh my god.
This is gonna be interesting.
This could get very
hope you have
violent
ma-
very quickly.
I hope you have melee. It's just-
I do have melee. Yes.
Am I making any kind of impression with this guy over here, or?
So while he's been
Yes.
handed and deciding what to do with those 3 advantages, I will give you a chance to roll persuasion or negotiation kind of thing.
Oh, like charm.
Charm would
kinda
totally be the one.
Okay, yeah. Maybe I can make a friend here. All right.
Okay.
Do. What's our? Oh, we got 2 and 2. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, somebody's
I want-
thirsty. Go
I
for
want
it.
to make a friend.
Damn. So you'll take a point of strain as like a single bead of sweat is coming down as you're schmoozing this guy like nobody's business. You were using all the schmooze. And he's just like, yeah, this gig's pretty good. Unfortunately, they kind of screw you if you take the terms of service instead of cash, because I never get caught up on how much I owe them for my cybernetic upgrade. And he kind of like lifts up his sleeve, so he's got cool cybernetics under his clothes. And it's just like, I'm gonna basically be working for the company for the rest of my known life until cybernetics can extend that too.
Well, I represent an individual with pretty deep pockets. If you're willing to, work in their interests, we might be able to get you free of that.
He kind of gives you the super subtle, I'm wearing my iWatch data pad. Give me your contact information bump. As he's just like, bump me your information.
Okay, I'll just. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I'll just be like, hold that thought. I think we might. I said we might need a little demonstration first.
Oh.
And I'm gonna.
I'm giving him a free maneuver, so whatever you're
And then
gonna.
and let's have it be at that point that this shenanigan happens.
At that point, unless I'm misreading the room, I'm going to do a combat roll over to the sales guy and use the plasma to hamstring him.
Oof. Okay. So go ahead and maneuver yourself over to him, and then you have your action maneuver and incidentals if you want to take one. I've got the difficulty in there of the plasma torch if you want to swing it away at him. Oof.
I do. So you've got. So I just have to push melee, right?
Yep, just hit
Yep.
melee, and the damage on it is 8, but it does have breach 1.
Oh shit.
It's meant to cut through metal like butter.
Yeah. Oh damn.
Ooh.
Ooh!
Wow, I am so good at rolling.
As you light this thing and it starts vibrating like a jigsaw, and you just like swing on the guy, and the guy's like totally shocked looking at you as he kind of leans back, and you just kind of miss him by inches. He's looking at the weapon, tool, and looks at you, and he's like, "What is this?" So that is, of course, a good time to roll initiative.
You think? Vigilance or
For
cool?
you guys, you kind of read the room that you know action is coming.
So cool.
Yep, so cool.
Alright.
Unfortunately for these two jamokes, they were not prepared.
So, I'm hoping that all that schmoozing I did might help us out somewhat with this guy.
It might. You might need a little more schmooze for him to do something other than just knock me out, and I'll pretend I didn't want to fight you.
I mean, if I had been better at hamstring, he totally would have been on our side.
Yeah, when the boss is still standing, it's kind of like,
This
they
is
could
a good
accidentally
time
drop our
for
weapons.
fun, though.
Okay,
All right.
so needless to say, the lieutenant is not happy with the fact that you just tried to cut his, hamstring him with a laser saw. And he's totally going to stand point blank with you and reach into his coat and pull out his gold-plated laser pistol.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
And he's totally going to drop 2 strain because, he wants to, aim as well because, that's what one does.
But you're engaged, so that's an advantage.
But you are engaged, so instead of, it's normally 1 purple for sure, but it's 2 purple because you can push that damn gun out of your face. Okay.
Yes, please.
Do you have any ranged or melee defense?
Do I have any? I don't think I do.
It's going to be
I
at the top. It'll say defense.
And that
Where
would
it adds
totally
the
be the distraction for you to click a story point if you want to use one.
Here, I'll get it. Oh.
Okay. Oh, defense. Okay, yeah, I have no defense.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's going to attempt to shoot you.
And I'm going to attempt to push the damn gun out of my face.
That's why it adds that extra purple there because you're just like,
Right.
Nope.
You're close enough that makes it hard because, yeah, you got physical engagement.
Okay, apparently my character sheet is refreshing. I made the mistake of adding, the accurate 1 blue dice to the pool automatically and clicked done, and now it's thinking. There we go.
Whoa.
Oh, dear.
So he shoots high. You kind of like lift the gun up just out of your face because you're used to close quarters, and the gun shoots high into the ceiling. And when it does, all of a sudden you get these little warning lights that start flipping like fired lights. Mainly because the gun does have burn 1, as it's starting to basically like light some of the ceiling tile on fire. So for 3 of his advantages, it's setting off alarms. And
it's
he
like a fire
basically looks at his muscle and says, "It's a trick. Take them out. Don't let them get the woman."
All right.
And he's
Well,
basically giving the guy a blue dice.
Well, okay. Ooh, will I be able to try to like sway him to help us, or is that like ship sailed?
You could try.
Do you guys want me to do that, or do you guys want to just?
You feel good in your skill.
Yeah, I mean, got a lot of success just a minute ago, so I'm hoping some of that will translate here, but I can
Right.
try.
So if
We
you'd like
can
to
use
go
all
next.
the friends we can get.
Basically, I'm going to turn to him and say, here's your audition. Get us in, just, with those alarms going off, just get us and the girl to that elevator.
Ooh.
That's all you got to do.
Okay.
Or you can just use the access
Yeah.
badge.
We got an employer for you.
Okay, since he does have a blue dice from the other guy, that's going to translate to a black dice for you. And since you have no story points, I might as well spend one.
Oh,
Hmm.
this is gonna be-
Okay, go for it, because his discipline is
Uh,
not the best. It's almost
uh,
like discipline's not something he's good at as a Goomba.
well, where's that song? Come on. Oh, darn it. Wow.
Oh.
Did you blow it? Sorry, I'm not in front of the computer, so.
He did not
Look.
succeed, had 3 advantages and a despair.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Dude, that was not good.
That was like terrible, just terrible.
Okay, so first for the despair, the most shocking thing to happen is the fact that our kidnap victim here is going to go ahead and run away.
Oh god.
Where she has to apparently flip like a piece of cheese. And she's running out the door and she hits some button that automatically causes this door to slam shut.
Oh.
She's like, I don't know what's going on here, but I want nothing to do with this crazy shit.
Come on, she
Okay.
didn't read the clues.
Now,
She totally did
so
not
that's
read the
what's
clues.
That's what's going to happen there. Can I use those 3 advantages to give myself, to allow me to like run and dive through the door after her?
Yeah,
But
you could, because
right-
remember, you have your maneuver, and you could use those for a second maneuver.
Yeah, I'd like to use that to just like run and dive through just before it slams.
Okay, so just before the door panic doored, you slid courier style, like parkour, because that's what you do. You kind of grab the side of the wall and flip yourself just offset to the door.
You went after her? Oh my gosh. Could have sent me after her.
Someone's
It was my
jealous.
turn. I had to go.
Okay, so the big guy is looking between the 2 targets that are left, and he's obviously going to do that whole muscle on muscle thing and go right for Darwin, because Darwin's the only real threat that's in the room. And he kind of like puts his hands in his pocket, and you see him come out with brass knuckles on him. And he's walking right up on Darwin to go punch him in the face with brass knuckles. It's almost like he wants to mix it up with somebody.
That could be fun.
Sorry, guys, I poked the bear.
Well,
It's okay to poke the bear as long as you're willing to pay the price.
Done what I was thinking. Pulled my data pad out, like typed a message while I was looking at the arm and telling what's up. But, oh.
The whole time you're like, I just wanted someone to get someone in front of this arm so I could choke him by the neck.
That's what I was kind of looking to do.
Yeah,
I was
just have
hoping-
Darwin throw one of them over.
well,
And-
you shouldn't have given me a weapon if you didn't want me to use it.
Well, but see, it looked like it was going to be a little too difficult to work the arm. That's why I went with the other route. So,
Okay,
And-
so sorry.
He's swinging on you with the brass knuckles and misses by a mile. He swings and you just kind of easily like dodge underneath the big swing because he's a big tall guy. And he's totally going to give the next one of them to go a blue dice.
Yeah, see, probably it's best that it didn't work out with you.
So who's going next?
Well, you got the weapon, I suppose. You
yeah.
probably-
Which one are you gonna swing on?
See, oh god, decisions. I
The problem with the target-rich environment.
How about the
that
one
laser pistol's pretty scary, though.
like cut the dude's laser hand off or something?
Yeah, see that is. See, on the one hand, there's a laser pistol pointing at me. On the other hand, this guy has my weapon. But if I cut the laser hand off, then I got a laser gun. So guess what?
Yeah.
You can always hope for those 3 advantages for the disarm.
Yeah, plasma torch trying to disarm or at least de-hand the salesman.
Okay, are you gonna aim for your maneuver?
Yes, please.
Okay,
That's
I've got it in there.
I'm sorry?
I've got your difficulty in there for you, unless somebody wants to spend a story point.
Not this time. I
nudge,
just
nudge.
waste them.
Aw, there's no such thing as waste.
Well, let me just get him.
Okay, so you do hit him for 8, 9, 10 points of damage. So let me see. Pull it back
Well,
up.
he can't soak it, can he?
He can't soak it, so he is not dead, but he is injured. He doesn't like getting hit with a laser torch that cuts through his metal side like butter.
Probably
That
not.
just sucked.
Can't blame him a lot.
He is definitely not happy and going to shoot you the next chance he gets. You just sense that that's going to happen. So Maestro, you're bringing up the spare there, so to speak.
Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna move up on his backside and try to snatch the bag with our weapons.
Nice.
Okay. So you're gonna just reach in there and take your stuff.
Yep.
Okay. So just give me a. I'll take coordination. I'll take any dice skill you think would be reaching into a man's backside and pulling out with the weapons.
Okay. Let's see.
Just because these two are boxing and you got to reach in real quick without patting his ass.
Yeah, probably gonna be skullduggery.
Okay.
So I'm kind of trying to be quiet about it.
I'm trying to be super subtle. You're the subtle knife.
Yep. That's gonna be probably my best option. Yeah.
And you know
looks like
what?
it.
Since you're being super subtle, I'll give you blue dice just because.
Yep. And I spent a story point.
Yep, I got that in there for you.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. Okay, so just enough for you to come up and go whoop whoop whoop, and you grab a bunch of you got what 2 hand stunners and a pistol.
Pistol. Yep.
As you're just like juggling the stunners and the pistol. Fast hands. Okay. Anything, take any strain for any extra maneuvers or anything?
What could I do?
Well, you could totally move around. You could totally grab that pistol and take an aim maneuver.
I suppose. Yeah, what the hell? I mean, he's focused on Darwin.
Darwin's an attention getter, I'm just saying.
So yeah, grab the 2 stunners in one hand, the pistol in the other, and aim it at the back of his head.
Okay, so of course the boss man is going to go ahead and try to shoot Darwin again. This time, better and more effectively.
I'm still not having that gun in my face.
He's trying. He's trying. As he pops off with another laser blast, and apparently he can't shoot for shit right now. Isn't that the exact same result?
Dangling.
So all of a sudden he fires off another round that kind of hits the ceiling, and all of a sudden the fire suppression system is going off for those 3 advantages to not burn the building down.
I love fighting in the rain.
Right?
There's a sprinkling of water coming down. By the way, in the office here, she's screaming to please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me.
Okay. I'm trying to reassure her that we're not going to kill her. I'm here to get her out and bring her to safety.
And she's totally panicked to the point of you will have to convince her because she's like determined that she's going to be killed right now.
Okay, so I'm going to just put on my most winning smile and very calmly. She's freaking out, but I'm going to stay totally calm and just explain the whole situation, that we are here at the behest of her brother to get her out safely. So I'm going to say, if you can just calm down, we will escort you out to safety right now. You can go home. You can be safe.
I gave you a blue dice for the mentioning the brother, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know
so
about
go ahead.
right now, but in a minute we got something to handle first. But
Give it a shot.
I'm just trying to calm her down, man.
Because I have a response that she's going to say, and it really depends.
Oh, gosh. Well, I succeeded.
So you succeeded in calming her down. But you then proceed to take 2 strain for those 2 threat because she looks at you dead in the eyes as soon as she takes that long, lip-trembling first breath. She looks at you and says, "But my brother died a week ago." And as she says that, all of a sudden you get this slight, terrifying door opening, and 3 guys
oh shit!
come barging in.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's what despair does for you. But she's coming down and looking at you, and she's like, "Okay, you're here to save me. You're not here to murder me like my brother." And just the way she says that, she sounds so defeated.
But we saw we got a call from him earlier today. I'm going to describe the person that called us. Is that your brother?
We'll let you do that in a moment. That's kind of you're stymied with those 2 threat of, what do you mean your brother's dead? We talked to him
and
hours
3 guys
ago.
popping in the damn door.
And then 3 guys kick in the door.
Well, this was a fun short adventure.
Okay. So
What are we
Muscle
playing
Guy
next?
Muscle Guy is going to swing on Darwin again because that's what Muscle Guy does. It's his job.
Manny, I can't hit me.
Don't say that.
He's kind of concerned about that. So you know what Muscle Guy's doing is he's changing muscle tactics. No, he's sticking with the brass knuckles, and he basically is just gonna aim since he doesn't need to move around now, and he's gonna swing for the bleachers.
Swing away, Merle.
As he
shit.
hits you for 4 points of damage before soak.
I soaked 2.
So that means you'll take 2 wounds. And he's going to give you...
You hit like my grandma.
He's going to specifically give you a black die. Actually, no, he's going to go ahead and activate Disorient 3, which will give you a black die for your next 3 turns.
Oh my god.
That's more bang for the buck.
Wow.
So let's see if we can find a nice button for Disorient here. You're disoriented. So for 3 turns, you're going to be disoriented because he basically clocked you in the back of the head with brass knuckles. He's interested in taking prisoners after all. So who's going next?
I have thoughts.
Now remember... Oh, go ahead.
So these guys came barging in the door. So this door's open now.
This door is open.
And they kind of like loosely grouped as they're kind of stalking in.
They're kind, maybe somebody with parkour could sneak past them, since there's no such thing as attack of opportunity. But they're kind of closely packed together. but you could try to run past them.
Didn't you go already? Who went first?
Basically, our courier went first.
Yeah, so
I thought Darwin went first.
Oh no,
this
sorry,
round.
that's right. Darwin went first.
So
okay. Sorry, lost track.
Did I? Because I thought you just convinced her to.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, because
Yes.
you rolled this. Darwin has not gone yet this round. You went.
Yeah,
You were the
yeah.
first slot.
You
And-
were first.
I thought that
trying
was
to
like
convince.
out of turn
Nope.
incidental.
Nope,
So-
that was
okay,
that was
I
you that
guess-
calmed her down and then had the backup arrive.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
See how stammered you were with the 2 threat?
Yeah, that's why I was thinking that was the order, but I'm
And
like,
then the boss guy here shot and set off the water system. And
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
You want to go or you want me to go?
Go ahead. I'm. No, I'll go. I want to.
so many options.
I want to take the damn gun away. I want to.
Let's put it this way. If you hit that guy again like you hit him last time, he's probably not long for this world.
And then you
And that's
pick it up.
exactly what I'm gonna do.
Then you can be the man with the golden laser gun.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna immediately. Except now I'm disoriented, so that's gonna make it.
There's going to be a black dice involved
Yeah.
for you.
Black dice. Black dice never.
But I still have my laser torch and or
Yeah,
my,
the plasma
my
torch.
Plasma torch.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Black dice hardly ever present anything.
Okay,
Unless they
let's-
do. They don't do jack unless they ruin you horribly.
Well, let's find out. What the heck? Oh wait! I want to aim. Damn.
I'll roll you a blue dice. How about that?
Thank you.
And nothing.
See, that's how useful black dice can be.
Yeah.
But you did hit, so you did 8, 9, 10 points, and you do basically cut the guy down with the laser torch.
Nice.
You basically zip through his metal body parts, and horrible smell comes out.
Did,
As you have ended him, and his laser gun does land on the floor. And you still have 2 advantages.
Good
Can
advantage. Good
I?
advantage.
No, I've got
Oh,
two
no,
threats.
sorry, 2 threat. So go ahead and take 2 strain as, you're literally drunkenly swinging this thing, and you kind of made a half circle cut through him.
Worth it.
Totally was supposed to be a nice straight cut. Instead, it came out as a drunken jigsaw half circle.
Can I use one more strain to pick up the laser gun?
For 2 strain, you can take an extra
Oh.
maneuver and do exactly that.
Totally worth it. I'm
So if you want for
disoriented.
2 strain, you can pick up the laser gun. And if you need the stats for it, I will show you the gold-plated laser pistol, which, by the way, that's totally what it is. And look how he rolled now that he's dead.
oh, no.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah,
Of course,
that
that's
would've
the
jacked
bunch
you
of
up.
extra blue dice.
There was no difference.
Okay.
That would have
But
jacked you up.
that is the stats
Yeah.
for the laser pistol if you want to make it on your character sheet, since you now own one.
Yes, I am.
Accurate one, which adds a blue
That's-
burn,
So gold plated.
gold plated, and now you're all gangster.
You got the bling bling gun. Okay, so Maestro, you going last?
Yeah, I'm gonna aim again. Steady up there. Take a deep breath. So dose blues.
Okay, 2 blues. And are you just out of engaged? Are you gonna back up?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
okay,
Well, yeah,
so,
I'll be.
so it's only 1 purple.
Yep.
Okay, just far enough away that he can't knock the pistol out of your way.
Well,
So
I'm
I've got
behind him where
your
you can't see either, so or not paying attention.
and just in
then,
case.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got 2 blue and 1 upgrade against you. And we now balance to the force.
And as I shoot him, I'm like, stand down, and we'll save you from this mess.
Okay, so are you gonna go for like intimidation or shooting him?
Well, no, I'm gonna shoot him, but I just say like,
I was waiting
just
to
so he
hear that.
knows that
We
that's
tell them
serious.
to shoot to kill.
Just so he knows that it's a serious, offer.
hmm Okay, go ahead and take that shot.
All right.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Darwin, if you could do us a favor and click your gun so we can see what your pistol is that he's shooting with.
Click my gun. You mean my ranged or?
Yeah,
Your
your
pistol.
your
Your actual
pistol.
pistol.
If you just hit the dice symbol, so like you're shooting it normally,
Oh, got it.
Weapons.
so we can just see what your stats are. So it's going to be 8 points of damage
Mm-hmm.
with 1 advantage.
Yeah. I'll give him a block because I really got him confused since I told him to stand down and we'll get you out of here. So he's disoriented.
As you're like, dude, give up now and I'll let you live. But instead, when you shoot him, you shoot to kill.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna wound him, make sure he understands I'm serious. It's like I've shot you once, you'd live. If you come with us, help us, I won't shoot you again, and we'll get you out of here.
Unfortunately, you shot too well because all your holo vids, you're like, you put the gun to the back of the head and you pull the trigger. That's a warning shot where I come from.
With all that,
Oopsie. He's a
As
little
he
weaker
just
than I
falls
thought.
to the ground and his brass knuckles kind of clink on the ground.
now, with all that commotion, this guy getting massacred by a plasma torch, a gunshot going off over here, I'm just gonna point my thumb at the room behind me and say to these guys, "Are you sure you're in the right place?"
On the plus side, the rooms are fairly soundproof because they do hacksaw off people's limbs in here.
Oh well.
Without anesthesia, apparently.
So it is your turn. They have their little security gun pistols out that look vicious because they've got like the ridiculous magazines. It's like watching a Glock 19 with that 33 round magazine sticking out the bottom.
Is she gonna does she have an initiative slot? I'm not sure when
She's pretty much calmed down and following your lead. She'll go on your turn if you tell her what to do as an incidental.
Yeah, first thing I'm gonna say is just get out the door.
And which door are you gesturing to? Because she's that worried.
No, not through them. Come back to us.
This one's locked.
That one is locked.
Yeah.
She have codes for it? No.
Maybe. I mean, she is the one that ran in the panic room to start with.
Right.
Okay, well then I'll say, can you get that? First, I'll just say real quick, can you get this door open? Just that
And
one.
she gives this like really meek nod that she's like International Woman of Adventure. Yes.
Then go.
So she gets to work on the door right there. And by the end of your turn, you will have that door open.
Will we be able to get through it by the end of the turn, or will we just staring at an
Is
open
that what
door?
you're wanting to do, or are you wanting to do something else before she gets the door open?
I just want to get us both through the door and then slam it shut again.
Okay, so she opens the door and it shooks and she goes through the room at your direction.
And then I'll follow behind, and then I'll close and say, get it locked again.
Okay. And basically she says, hit the purple button. And, do you hit the purple button?
Sure, why not?
And you hear the door maglock shut. And just in time, because as you do that, the Goomba squad, all 3 open fire at once. Because they're minions and they shoot as one group. Let's hope it doesn't add extra purples. As you hear this fully automatic machine pistol rapid fire go off, and yes, they will gladly activate their auto fire. As you're seeing the door get peppered with Filletti rounds hitting the door. So there's like all these dents, like a bee swarm just hit the door in a comic book.
Oh my gosh.
As you're like, I wouldn't have wanted to be standing there.
This is why I hate guns.
And she just gives you this look like, uh-huh, uh-huh. And of course, they will like cross the room after shooting at you in the door and hitting only the door. So who's going next?
Like looking at him.
Especially when you guys hear the machine pistol fire and you see the door going.
Hey guys, I found her.
3 fully automatic pistols, each one doing double shots, you know. Minions suck.
So, are we at the top of the order or no?
We're still
okay,
at the bottom
I-
two. So you went, and
I
now
went
it's the other two
start-
guys' turn.
I-
As Darwin is almost done with being
Sorry.
disoriented.
I hit the wrong button.
Did
I
you mute
disconnected
yourself?
my headset. So
Oh no!
sorry, what happened?
So Dante has made it back in the room with the girl. He's
Yep,
locked the door, and the door got shot with machine gun fire. And I'm waiting to see which one of you two
Oh yeah.
are gonna do something.
Okay. Yeah. So.
There's one way out of this room, guys.
I'm kind of looking at him.
As I'm
like,
totally
what
looking at
hell?
the
They're
map.
come running back in. I'm like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden I hear thunk, 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 thunk. Like, oh shit.
Who's got
found her.
machine guns?
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. How far
Someone's
can we
still-
move?
Short distance is 3 squares.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. And if you're not taking your action, I mean, you can totally take another maneuver.
Well, I don't know if I want to go quite that far.
Someone get in front of me. I need
Actually,
parental
it's a-
supervision.
Actually, as a action, is there a can I try to access this node?
Which node?
This node.
Which one was it? Sorry. I had
The
to...
security station node.
Yes, you can. Let me set up your hacking. By all means, you can definitely do that. Oh, look at that, you dirty dog. You knew I was going to click that button, didn't you? Okay, go ahead when ready.
I mean, I've only played with you a game or two, so
Maybe a game or two. You know my style. Oh, this is important. Let's screw the players on this one.
right?
Don't
ready?
trust in the dice. Make it hard.
Exactly. All right, we're all set.
Good to go.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
immediately you start doing your hacking thing, and the node pops on, and basically it's one of these security guys has done what you're not supposed to do, and basically has a portable connector into his computer, security computer, and basically trying to play his home video games.
Playing
Right.
WoW.
He's got the little fob in his computer there that's got now connected by Bluetooth.
Nice.
Don't put the dongle in the monitor.
And it's a security system that I'm into. It
It
looks
is
like,
a
or can I tell what
security
it is?
system. Yep.
Nice. Okay.
What would you like to do with your advantage?
Um.
I can totally give you access to a map, which is the map you're looking at.
If it's a map with additional details. Otherwise, I'll save it for a blue. for the
Okay,
next
I'll let
person.
you save it.
Well, don't we kind of want the map so that we know where to go?
Well, it's the map. Unless it has additional like details of like cameras or anything, then I don't care. But
Well, it would have camera details.
actually, cameras don't matter unless I want people detail, which you probably won't have, right?
Yeah, it won't have that, but it will tell you about stairs right here and an elevator over here.
No,
We need to know that stuff, man.
Well, you don't know about this though.
sure. All right,
That's
I'll
any-
go that route.
You guys have to go all the way the other direction if you want to escape.
Okay, I'll go that route. I'll
Okay.
use it to find out additional details.
You know that there's emergency fire stairs here that you can pop through the door that'll set off an alarm, but it'll let you run down to the first floor. And there's a elevator here, but it is password protected, and the password's not in the system.
Okay.
So somebody would have to get in there and hack it. Or
Right.
you could
Wait.
totally take the stairs that would be faster.
Right.
Oh,
Didn't they tell us the password? Oh no, the code word was RAM. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So it's going to be Darwin's turn.
Okay,
So I'll
so
be like, as I find that, I kind of turn back like out and right.
so I'm thinking though that I want to play rear guard. Can I do nothing and get back strain?
Well, you could do a cool roll. Do an average cool roll.
Sure.
Basically, it's the equivalent
well-
of you stop to catch your breath.
We'll
Oh, what?
have to go next, right? Where are we at? 1, 3.
It's
Oh,
the
no, that's top
It's
of the
the
order.
bottom of
Never
the
mind.
order. Yep.
Yep.
So he's
Totally.
Darwin's just totally going to take a quick breather, put his hand on his hips, and just breathe in deep through his nose. So go ahead and roll cool. There you go.
Nice.
You got 2 strain back.
Nice.
As you're just like, So top of the order, who's going first?
May I go to get this girl going?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'll say to her, run and talk. Okay, so
Run and talk.
so we want to do a double maneuver. How many? 3. So 6 would be a double maneuver. Is that right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
So if you just
like,
grab her by the hand and just start running. And remember, if you use your action as a maneuver, you're not taking the 2 strain to do 2 maneuvers.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. And as I'm running, I'm talking to her. I'm saying like, look, we talked to your brother just this morning. You know, he looks like this. What the heck? Who the heck were we talking to?
And I'm just going to make her token
I'll pull
go
her along
away.
and sing as we go.
And she's basically with you. So that way we
Okay.
don't have to keep moving the tab around.
Yeah.
Okay, and she's just like, I don't know what to tell you. They told me he was murdered and they brought in the knife that had his DNA all over it. He's
Wow.
dead, I'm telling you.
Well, we saw him. Does he look like blah blah blah?
And she's like, that's exactly what he looks like.
Well, he's alive. We got this all covered. Just pull it together and help us get out of here. By the way, Maestro, palm stunner, please.
Palm stun me, and not in the other way.
They're basically in my left hand, so.
So yeah, can I just kind of grab it on my way by?
Okay. So you hear some banging going on against the door there. Okay. So who's going next?
I don't care. You want to go, Maestro?
Well, I got a
Well, I
pistol.
can.
What? I got a pistol. I'll check the hallway. What the hell? 1, 2, 3.
It's got help coming. So this guy's kind of standing around here like, what the hell's going on?
So they're still that guy there.
That guy is still there holding his position.
All right. Well, I guess I'll have to shoot his ass.
Damn.
It's an extraction, man. I don't have time to talk.
Are you going to aim, by the way, as well?
You know what? I will take 2 strain to aim because I'm not that good at this shit.
And I'm totally giving you a blue because he is not expecting someone to come around the corner and shoot him in the face.
And you know what?
People don't usually expect them.
Damn. Okay, I got your upgrade in there. Don't screw it up.
Thanks.
Now that you've been jinxed.
So as you're doing this, just say, "Come with me if you want to live," and then shoot him.
Well, we don't have the report with him, so I'm not expecting that to happen. So,
So you walk around the corner and basically execute the guy from about a foot away.
7 points. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 of my bullets, damn it.
Those are expensive.
But I'm making them count. 2
Yeah,
bullets.
that's true.
Yes.
Yep.
So
I
the
mean,
It's a good payout.
Yeah.
okay.
Getting a bang for your buck. And you got a laser pistol. Shut up.
So he's now the
And I
man
will
with the
give-
golden laser gun.
Yes.
I'm like, another one down, and that gives Darwin a blue.
Okay. So top of the order, who's going first?
Wait, I didn't.
Oh.
Darwin didn't go.
Yeah. Sorry, it was I clicked once too many times. So it is Darwin's turn.
Well, I'm just gonna wait. 1, 2, 3. Can I go there and then can I shut
You totally can shut the door.
the door, but I can't
She-
lock it because I
She
don't have
did
keys.
say the purple button locks the door.
Is there a purple button?
There is totally a purple button.
I'm totally punching it.
You hit the purple button and you hear the door just go vroom.
Would that be an incidental, and he could still do another move?
That would totally be an incidental to hit the button.
Oh,
So you can do another move with maneuver without strain,
Since he didn't take an actual action yet.
right?
so I can.
Maestro
go
is
with
really
that
hoping
three
you
piece.
get in front of him.
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, 1, 2, 3. I can get on top of him.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's fine.
we're all friends here.
Yeah.
All right.
Close, hard-working partners.
so that brings us to the top of the order. As she kind of like doubles what Maestro said, saying that there's stairs that we can go downstairs up and to the right.
Yep.
But there's
Okay,
going to
well,
be some people in the room up ahead. They're gonna
Yeah.
tase us.
Don't worry, nobody's getting tased. Well, maybe a little bit, but we'll make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
I eat
So top of the
tasers
order-
for breakfast.
Yeah, top of the order, since I'm in the system, I will see if I can lock said door.
Okay.
Electronic.
That door is totally electronic, and it is connected to the security system that you're currently on. Are you going to initiate the lockdown protocol?
I will.
Okay, so pretty much since you are in the system, you don't need to roll anything. You just need to say, I am initiating the lockdown protocol.
All right.
Okay, so we now have the zoomp, and since you're right in front of this door, you hear it go zoomp with the mag seal. There's nothing worse than a fire door because it's metal, and it's also
Oh,
in a
yeah.
magnetic door frame. Zoop.
And they're heavy duty. Trust me. I work at a psych unit, or used to, and yeah, they're
They're
Hard to go
meant to
through.
be more than just fireproof. Okay.
those mag locks work well. And so that I can do as my action, and then move, right?
Yep.
All right. Boom.
Okay. So you see that the coast looks clear.
Sweet.
As
All clear.
off in the distance, those guys are shooting the doors some more, filling it full of little holes.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna take point.
Okay.
Go for it.
1, 2, 3, 1.
As Darwin's, rushing off into the lead because he's got that golden gun and wants to shoot somebody really bad.
Right. I want to shoot somebody bad. Can you open the doors?
Yeah, what's up with that? The cyber guys killed 2, and I mean, you kill 1. I mean, not that I'm counting.
Guys, you don't need to compare sizes.
It's a competition. Okay. So what's Dante and his lady love here doing?
Well, gonna keep kind of, pulling her along with me. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then as in our action moving still, 1, 2, 3.
You get the pink circle representing the hostage.
So, just as a reminder, where are we supposed to go once we have her? Are we just supposed to call that number, or?
Yep.
Well-
Once you have her, call that number or run to a safe house.
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll get
Are
the hell
there
out of
any-
here for now.
Are there any nearby us?
Nothing nearby. You know, I mean, this is
So we just
technically
gotta-
out of your usual hunting grounds, but
Okay.
get to the car and then you can think about what to do next after that.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Are we taking stairs or the elevator?
Stairs.
Okay. So we can definitely say that you guys make it to the stairwell.
Okay.
Okay. So when you guys get to the stairwell and you get ready to pop the door open, what are you guys doing? Are you just going to try to bum rush past the 5 guys at the door? What is your plan to get out the front door?
5 guys at what door?
Well,
Remember
Oh,
the
the
5
front door.
guys that you walked by at the front door?
right, but the fire exit is not going to have. It's going to have different people there.
This doesn't have a exit at the bottom, like an emergency exit.
Yeah, fire stairs always open directly to the exterior.
Do they? Do they?
They
yet?
do. It's code. I used to be an
Well,
architect. I know what it is.
Yeah, but technically these aren't fire stairs. These are just stairs.
Also,
Oh,
this is the future.
Planes don't burn buildings down in the future. So yes, this actually does have a discrete exit, but are you guys just gonna like run out that exit, or are you guys
Walk
gonna try
out.
like play it cool? Is what I'm looking for.
Play- Oh yeah, play cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking play cool. Meister, can you lend Esme your hoodie?
Wow. Really?
No, I'm not taking my jacket off. No.
But she's gonna stretch out the chest.
We wanted, she could put the hood up so that she's not recognized as we take her out.
He's such a gentleman, giving someone else's jacket away.
You can
She's
take
been
your
locked
shirt
up
off and
for
put it
5
over.
months.
her
Who's gonna
head.
recognize her?
Fine.
I got
Okay?
my own identity. I gotta.
So who's the first one coming out the emergency door?
I mean, even you guys have only briefly seen like glimpses of me.
He's very incognito. He likes his privacy.
Dante's eyes are rolling so hard you can hear them.
I understand you don't know the net and understand how that world works, but
I mean,
So, okay, so Darwin, were you still wanting to take a point, or
I'm happy
Should I-
to. Yeah, I'm happy to
Okay.
exit.
Okay, go ahead and
Yeah.
roll me a cool as you're coming out trying to be all chill and incognito after racing down the stairs in a hurry.
I was actually gonna say one thing. Maybe I should go first because I've got that indistinguishable thing. If
Oh,
I play it cool walk out, they may not recognize me.
oh yeah.
well, but we're towards the back or side of the building, right?
Yeah.
From the main
This
entrance.
is basically you guys come. I want to know if you guys are coming out chill, or if you guys are panting and gasping like you just ran out on a smash and grab.
yeah, no,
I-
we're trying to.
I would like to lead the way out playing it cool.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
Go ahead and give me the cool roll as you go out the door first, and you're trying to not act like you just didn't run down the entire flight of stairs.
Yes.
You know, are you coming out like Marty McFly in the emergency exit, or are you coming out chill?
Chill. Or trying to be cool. Chill.
at
Okay,
that.
so you come out and you notice that there's 2 guys like kind of like chilling, smoking on the dumpster back there, and they're just
Chill
kind of
like
like
a
they kind of like look at you like, "Whoa, somebody opened the door," and then they're just like, "Okay, he's cool."
Chill like a cucumber.
So I'll just kind of like casually be like, turn back in. Come on, guys, out here. Let's go. And I'm like, did you hear that somebody pulled the fire alarm in there? You guys didn't hear that?
And they just kind of look and go, "Whoa, dude, that's not cool.
Yep.
That's so
I'm out
not
casual.
Shui."
Keep it dank, guys.
And they're just like they flash gang sign to you like, yeah, man. Keep it chrome, man. Keep it chrome.
Right on.
And you guys gonna try to stealth your way back to the car?
I think we're gonna try to be as stealthy, discreet as possible.
Somebody take point on stealth for stealthing back to the car. Who's gonna be the stealth guy?
I've got 2 greens and a yellow on that one.
That's probably you then. I've got 4
Yeah.
greens.
2 green.
Okay, so it sounds like the two of you working together.
So let's do that.
It sounds like Dante would need an extra green, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
All right.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Washed.
As you guys are trying to sneak, but there's like crap in the alleyway that you're kicking, and there's cats that are screeching. There's at one point you could have swear there's a rat that's watching you that's standing up on its hindquarters, and it's got a big swollen head, as it's just like chewing a piece of biohazard bag that it pulled out of a dumpster, and it's looking at you guys walk by. It's almost like that classic 50s movie where they're hiding, but the gentleman is dragging the woman in her heels and they're making all this noise down a dark noir alley. That so many people are seeing you guys evacuate, but you're totally stealthy. Totally stealthy.
Yeah.
Okay? So you guys get back you get back to the car, the kids are hanging out, watching your car, and they're just like, "Hey!" As you can totally tell, one kid is vegging out on the game system, and the other kid's like, "It's my turn. You said 5 minutes."
I'm like, how's the game?
As they're just like, "Hey!" And then they, of course, look at Dante, the gal on the hood of the car, is just like, "Where's extra $50?"
Darwin?
It's
We
in Darwin.
promised.
Yeah, I will flash her another grin and say, "You totally earned this."
And she's just like, "You are the best. One day, I hope I have Gmods just like you. Only I want shark teeth."
Ooh, shark teeth. Cool.
Okay? You
I
guys...
almost went with shark teeth, but I'm gonna get a tail. Totally wouldn't match.
You don't want to go too crossbreed.
Unless it was a shark.
So you guys get into the car. Our courier guns the car. You
Of course, they wanted full price. Do I want to be an asshole and like remove the free games? No.
Oh.
Then I'll leave it. We might get.
You're shot 2 people today. I think that's your evil quotient for the week. Let's just let them have it.
So, my dear courier, give me a piloting roll. As you guys know, since you blew that stealth, you're being tailed. As you're getting in the car, gunning it, the kids are looking at the people coming down the alleyway following you guys, but you have a good solid lead on them.
The rat face dude or who?
Come on. Oh.
As immediately, you all pile in the car, she piles in with you guys. Esme's completely cool with jumping with you guys, regardless of you being crazy saying her brother's still alive. She knows in her heart of hearts he's dead. And you gun the car and, kind of like hit a trash can and turn and blast into traffic. And when you do, you realize that there's a couple hover bikes following behind you guys. You've got this quartet of hover bikes that are following right behind you guys. It's a good like 4 car lengths behind you, but they clearly see you, you clearly see them, and they're giving chase.
Oh man, it's a chase.
It's a chase
You don't
scene.
have to take it. They're just offering chase.
You can totally go Wells Fargo, I'm just saying. And just as you're starting to barrel down the street and you see the little car chase starting on this busy street, that's a good place to wrap it up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and also, guys, think about where you want to head. I mean, do you want to head back to the Sanctum, which I seriously doubt? Do you want to head back to drop a call on the number to find out where you're supposed to be dropping her off, because basically, technically, you're just needing to get her, contact her brother, and drop him off at her side. You know, that was the deal. I'm sure big damn hero types are going to do more than that.
Drop her with him or him with her?
Drop her with him.
Okay.
In reality,
I personally, I would say Darwin reaches out to his buddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
Because it's far better to get the hot potato in the cop's custody and say, hey, your sister's safe, in my opinion. But that's just me as a GM.
Yeah, I think we do double duty with that one, too. I think that's what we should do.
I mean, or you could totally just run this chase scene to him, throw her into his arms, and then as soon as the bad guys get both of them, you do the job again to save both of them. Just saying. I'm good with either one.
A double or nothing.
I mean, either way, cool story happens. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm not that
Will we
bad.
get paid twice?
No.
No.
Yeah. No. I think contacting your contact to try to drop her off with him with somebody that we know and I'm assuming trust, and then we can find the brother and deal with him, getting him linked up.
I have a thought. We go straight to the brother, grab him, bring him into the car so we have both of them in the car, and then take him to your contact. So that way, if we're being tailed and we take them to a cop, they're, what are they going to do?
Take him to the guys who were paid to take care of this shit.
Yeah, but that means stopping and potentially exchanging.
Potentially.
Exchanging laser gun fire.
Maybe,
Well,
who knows? Maybe I can outpilot them or something.
possible, but yeah.
We'll see. I guess
Yep.
we'll see.
I mean, you are the best pilot I know, and I'm not just saying that to boost your confidence.
It's just you don't know any other drivers, okay?
Nice.
I wasn't going to say that.
I know what you meant.
Any driver will do in a chase.
Or Wells
Now
Fargo.
we have 2 whole pistols.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean we? And give that back.
Hey,
can't
Kiwasabi, give
hog
me back
both
my
of 'em.
pistol.
I'll say to Esme, they grow on you.
And she gives you that sad, you guys bicker like brothers. Sniff, sniff.
Like I said, I'm at this point, probably about 85% sure he's still alive and you've been told something wrong, and we'll figure it all out. Just
How good
hang tight.
looking is she?
She's pretty good looking, and she's pretty
Yeah?
smart, too. So she's got that whole Marianne thing going.
And she's a druggie.
Yeah, and she's hooked on the same junk that you're hooked on. And then, of
What are you
course,
talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
we have this
Hooked on what?
beautiful scene where she looks forward, talking to you guys, and then she jumps on the back seat cushion, looking at the people chasing you guys, and looks forward, going, "We're being followed," because she just kind of caught on to that too.
She's so observant. So,
Hey,
so
she's
yeah.
all about the brains and not the cunning.
Well, smart woman. That's good. And a cyber
Cyber
surgeon's
yeah.
good contact to have. So Good-
Maybe in
good
the future
girlfriend.
she might get her own clinic and
right.
give all
Yeah.
that charity work for crippled dogs in the street and armor craft for orphan children.
I mean, she's good looking and all. I mean, hey.
All of a sudden, our dear hackers realize some things are better than holovids.
Right?
Keep
Oh.
it in.
Dude, I
Keep it in
totally
your
get what software is all about.
Keep it in your trench coat.
Is she looking like strained right now at all, or?
She's looking really haggard. I mean, she's down to like a quarter of her normal strain.
Okay. Well, I'll just kind of casually slip her over a stem.
Oh, she like gives you
Can I
the.
grab it? Can I try to grab it and throw it out the window?
You're busy driving, buddy.
You're
You got
driving.
you got 4 hover cycles chasing your butt. You're just like, what did I say about using it while I'm in the car while I'm driving?
Yeah.
Don't make me
maybe
turn
I'll
this
just-
car around.
I'll give a verbal reprimand.
I said I casually kind of like pull it out of the pocket and hold it out. She takes it. If not,
I so she gladly.
Yeah, as we're going, I jostle the car real hard from side to side really quick.
You slowly hear the and think it's Maestro, and it's not. All of a sudden, she feels a little better. Her cheeks are a little more flush. Her eyes are a little more quick.
Shooting people, getting our hostage high. Like, what is with you?
no,
What has
I'm
happened?
getting her more alert.
Getting her functional.
Right.
Call it what you will.
It's just that Maestro knows that if she's detoxing, she's useless to you guys.
Right.
You don't want her passing out from the strain and having to carry her.
Oh dear.
Well,
As Darwin's thinking, I could totally King Kong her up that building.
Well, depending, you might still have to at some point. Just coming down off this shit sucks.
All of a sudden, you take a step and then you eat pavement. What happened?
Yeah.
Snipers, man, snipers. Alrighty, guys. So we'll say that's a good place to wrap it up there. You guys do have 15 experience
Nice.
because you did get her out, which was like the big chief goal that we're going for.
Yep.
If you can keep her out, that's like a big thing. But you did actually extricate her from the building. And you did it with some serious style going on here.
I thought so.
Oh,
eventually.
Mostly, non-violent, except for the plasma torch to a guy's torso.
well, I try to keep things non-violent. I mean, somehow it always winds up with bloodshed, though.
I mean, this guy totally got Darth Mauled.
I mean, when your only tool's a hammer or a plasma torch.
Every problem is a piece of titanium.
Tried
Exactly.
to
wait.
convert one and he failed, so he had to pay the price.
And besides, you gave him 2 shots with the pistol, and if he couldn't end his business, he had it coming.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. It's getting
Cool.
late
Thank
and
you very
probably
much.
time to
Thank
call
you.
it a night. But definitely don't forget to put your experience on your the first tab of your character sheet. There's a little
Yep.
spot for unspent experience. That way you can spend it at your leisure.
Yep.
At this
Available.
point, I honestly think skills are the best use of experience. But if there's a cool talent that you want, go for it.
Mhm.
But at this point, I always recommend to players it's the whole buff up whatever you want to be good at because it just makes you more better. And I'll use the bad English, more better.
Yeah.
Oh,
When you're looking at skills, if I remember, you're still fairly fresh there on doing the skill stuff or playing the game. You look at your skills. If it's a career skill, it's 5 per rank. So if it's 5, if you're moving it up to the second yellow, it's going to be 10. Third, if it's going up to the third, it's going to be 15 more.
Mhm.
And then if it's not, then it's 5 plus additional 5 per rank. So if it's a second tier, it's 10 plus the additional 5.
Mm-hmm. And if
If
you have any
that makes
questions,
sense.
you can always hit us up on the Skype chat.
Chat. Yep.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you. I will.
and you can always totally save it up to buy another, whole list of talents since there's no real career trees in this one.
Yeah, I was going to say there's no career trees here, so it's all skills and or talents. So
Mm-hmm.
Well, I accidentally didn't spend the 5 we got last time, so I'm up to 20, so I can.
There you go.
So you can
It's some
totally
good
get 2 skills up to rank 2 that are already rank 1, or any combination of.
Yep.
Yeah, I think.
Especially since in this one, skills are a lot weaker than other versions. Like in Star Wars, you get a lot more skills as a starting character.
Oh. I did not know that.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
Star Wars setting, because they have the careers, which will make you spend your experience that way, and force powers. They give you a bit more in career skills to start with,
Yeah.
because you
So,
get
yeah,
your
so-
4, then your 2 for your specialty.
So yeah, when you look at your stuff, so if it's a non-career, it's the first tier, you're trying to turn from a green to a yellow, that's going to cost you 10.
Hmm. But if it's a career scale, it's only 5.
Yep.
But I think it would totally be. So stealth is not a career skill, but because of stuff, it's at 4 green. So that one I would want to. That would be worth spending 10 on for yellow and 3 green, wouldn't
Mhm.
it?
Yeah, because basically your natural gene mods help yourself out,
Yeah.
So that'd be 10 to
10
make
to
a
get your
yellow and
first
3
rank.
greens. Yep.
Which is definitely a good investment. Because remember,
I think, yeah.
the gold are the only ones that you can get that triumph on. So.
Yep.
And if you naturally have at least 1 or 2 ranks, it makes it a lot more powerful when you roll that skill against 3 purple. Unless the
Yes.
dice just hate you and then it doesn't matter. You could be rolling 5 yellows and the purple will just murder you because the purple can be jerks some nights.
Yeah.
We've definitely seen where massive dice pools have done jack and shit, and the bad dice are like, screw
Wow.
you.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing that's cool with narrative dice is it's not a D20, so crazy shit can happen.
That's amazing.
Which is always nice.
Whole tables looking at the results going, what just happened here?
So love this system.
You succeeded, but got 3 threat and a despair. Well, you did what you wanted to do, but then some bad things happened and then some really bad shit came down the line.
Yeah. I so love this over regular D&D type. It's just so amazing.
And like I was joking with friends, earlier this week, it's like one nice thing with the system too is, unlike D&D, it's less of a slog to grind down hit points and more quick things happen in combat.
Oh yeah, it's
So-
not just like chop, chop, chop.
Combat resolution happens a lot quicker, and of course that's also because guns are just deadly at short range.
Can I ask a silly, stupid, gritty question?
You can totally ask any questions.
Do I also still have a plasma torch?
You do still have the plasma torch.
Does that
Yeah.
count as a weapon?
It does technically count as a weapon and tool. It's got a very limited supply of battery pack. It's only good for 8 shots, but you do
Oh,
still have it. So I will get you the stats for it so you can put it on your character sheet.
Thank you.
Unless you want to give it back to Esme so she has a weapon. Make her feel
Whoa.
comfortable.
I mean, I'm not trying to date her.
Not necessarily dating, just, it doesn't hurt to have a modder on.
Just a
Yeah.
casual online relationship. These hacker mechanic buildy types, Hey, haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Let's interface online.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
she can hook me up
Until
with
you have
some
to
mods.
take that hook off, this is the way.
Yeah, I'm just looking at somebody I can trust to freaking cut on me, man.
He's like, I need some new eyes. I need a few more things. One of those cyber disguise kits would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
So let's see. I'll have to look at what I can get for a tier 2.
The shopping begins.
Yep.
With what, your true credits?
Well, no. My tier 2 for a tier 2 for experience for the tier 2.
For buying a talent.
talent, possibly. I got to weigh out talent versus,
I mean,
especially in
if you
cyber
can get a
stuff.
tier 3, there's always that drone one, that basically a animal companion, but in this case it would be a drone.
I already got a
saying.
tier 3, which is my defensive size up.
Oh,
So it would actually be oh no, that's a tier 1. So I got 3 tier 1s. So I need to spin to a tier 2 so I can move beyond.
it's when these characters are such young little babies. They still have so much growing to do.
Right? So I got to see if there's a tier 2 I can spin to move on for more cyber stuff.
Nice. Yes,
Nice.
there's definitely lots of tier 2 things.
Yeah.
Oh, I just picked up my Beanstalk book and realized I printed out on cardstock some
Oh.
of the hacking cheats.
Oh yeah, nice.
I'm
On
like,
cardstock.
yeah, I totally made a GM's guide and completely forgot about it and left it in the back of the book.
All right, gentlemen, thanks a lot.
All right, have
Yep.
a good
No,
night,
thank you.
guys, and see
Very
you
good
in
game.
2 weeks for part 2.
Thank you.
And now
Thank
that
you
we've got
much.
the Gen mod with the golden laser gun.
I know.
We'll
It's a
Scaramanga.
freaking ghetto gun, man.
Hey, and I kid you not, in the book, the org crime lieutenants come with a gold laser gun. It's got style. You got to admit it. It's gaudy as
Well,
hell, but it's style.
Got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
I mean, gold's gangster, man. So
Mhm.
now you're some gangster dude now.
Hey, he's a street soldier, so it totally fits in.
I guess. I mean, I didn't know he was like, all like gaudy gangster dude, but hey, whatever.
I mean,
I thought he was a little more classy than that, but
I got class coming out my butt.
Game
I
over,
think
man.
you lost it.
Okay, good night, guys.
Good night.
All right.
Thanks again.